Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Elements in Shadow with What Team Comp. I am your host, the Uncommon Guru. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Ye- I'm a rebel.
Yes, you are. And we are back with Elements in Shadow, having some fun, and finally, we are out of the forest. And are we ready for a recap? I think we're ready for a recap. What do you guys think?
Ready?
Well, I mean, Paris apparently is ready, but apparently everyone else is not.
I didn't want
I'm
to talk
ready.
because I feel like
Ready
you'd make me do the recap.
Butters, that's your thing. Do I ever make you guys do the recap?
Oh no, I'm scared.
You're afraid that one day I will make you do the recap.
You never know.
I mean, it would prove that you guys, are paying attention, but I expect you guys to do that, just passively. You just then again, that's what you have notes for, right? Right.
Yes, I totally take in-depth notes like you.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the fact that I had to make a Google Docs to make sure that I could verify where everything was at. And that I had to make specific notes on my own party members to ensure that I could make sure I knew what was who.
Dude, I don't even remember Cheshire's last name.
Uh, but yeah, I don't think you actually gave me his last name.
I don't think I came up with one. I'm gonna be real honest.
Oh no.
I
Nobody
believe
knows
it. I believe it.
But
But
it wouldn't be important to him.
not anymore.
But yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so I will give the recap. So, when last we left our intrepid group of heroes, they had finished with an expedition that had left them in a temple in the thick-brushed forest after facing the trials of the elements as well as a mummified entity. They made their way out and reconvened with the caravan. After a few more shenanigans, including seeing combat between a magically transfigured T-Rex and a dragon, they decided now would be a good time to leave. Finally escaping from the forest, they continued with the caravan, heading towards the mountains. The should be the Light Peak Mountains, if I remember correctly. Yes, Light Peak Mountains, to the city of Borim. Along the way, Ellie, a little bit shy, a little bit confused, asked for the help of Elisha in picking out something a little bit more stylish and got a dress. To which Karg was more than a little bit taken aback and taken off guard, and they were able to have a very nice little evening just walking around. Some people say they did more, some people say they did less, but who's to say, really? But eventually gathered together, and with a few more secrets revealed, they have made their way to Borim. So, as you've entered the city, your guide and the caravan leader, don't know her name off the top of my head, I have so many names I'm trying to keep in my mind, I'm sorry, Averine, has essentially given you guys an out for looking around the city, as she has told the people as you guys were going in that you were looking for someone, and that you know that was your business.
Guru,
Yes.
I've gone as far basically I've gone as far north I can without hitting Helsing, haven't
Without hitting Helsin, yes, you are as currently. If you were to follow the Light Peak mountain range, you would eventually arrive at Helsin. Right now,
I?
you're
So yeah.
about middle of the mountain range, so not close to Helsin, but it's the closest you've been in some time.
No, I'll just walk up to Avery and go, alright, where are y'all going next?
Mm,
To
I don't know.
to Ellie or Averin?
Averine.
Don't know yet. Think about continuing northward. I've been to Helsin. Heard they've got good trade in spices.
I've heard of that.
You
Ella
know,
just shakes her head.
are you doing this publicly or privately?
He doesn't give a shit.
Okay. Aaron kind of glances to Ellie and glances back to you. You know, when you signed on with us, you didn't say hardly too many words. I mean, most people tried, but you seem better talking with these folk over here. Have you considered going with them, perhaps? I'm not saying that I wouldn't hire you on. You're one of the, well, more scary, I suppose one might say, but you do your work and you get it done, and I appreciate and respect it.
With his straight face, he just like nods and he goes, "Well, wherever I get taken at this. Kind of just going with the flow currently."
Of course. She kind of glances to Ellie. For now, they're still technically under your guard. Keep an eye on them, will you? Make sure they don't get into trouble.
Boy, me?
She is saying Cheshire to you. So basically saying you guys might get into trouble. Watch over them.
She just pouts when she looks at her now.
She winks at you.
Fair enough.
And she is going to hold out a hand.
He'll take her hand and shake it.
She is going to pull you in for what appears to be a hug.
It's the most
Mhm.
awkward thing you've probably seen in your life, Ellie.
Oh yeah. It doesn't help that you see that as she is like doing the hug, you see that her hand clearly has a bag in it, and she puts it into his back pouch.
Wait, he has no feeling. Does he notice?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Wait. I'm so
6.
confused. What is happening? Everything's cutting out for me.
You see her slide a bag of something into his back pouch, and he appears to not notice her doing this.
Ella just stares at her.
She winks at her
With,
again,
like,
at Ellie again
curious
over his
face.
shoulder. And then she like leans back, just like, "Sorry, it's customary goodbye. That's all."
Like, he could feel motion if he was pushed by it at all. Like, it's like the thing of, like, if his hair gets pulled, or he gets punched,
Yeah.
he can tell he was punched by inertia.
Mhm.
But, like, other than that,
Yeah.
man.
All he notices is that like as he steps back, he like stumbles back slightly because he's got a little extra weight behind him, but it's like minuscule, barely noticeable. It's negligent.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Once the woman folds back, Eveline? Is that what she said her name is?
Eveline, yes.
I just imagine this entire exchange is happening. Ellie's like sitting cross-legged somewhere on a cart.
Probably.
So Ella just kind of looks at her for a few seconds before she holds her hands out for a hug.
You see her like roll her eyes slightly and go, "Yes, yes," moves over and gives a hug.
She picks her up in the hug.
Ooh. I have to look at oh, goodness. Yes, you wouldn't mind having you on for another season or two. Pats your back. But I suppose you're looking for the young Mrs. Missing compatriot.
Yeah, sorry. I would travel.
You've done nothing wrong. But perhaps we'll see each other again. It should be interesting. Pats your cheek gently. Looks over at Karg and gives him the slow squint and slowly points at Ellie and says, "You best take care of her. You hear?" Karg just kind of shifts slightly. Yes. I'm more worried that I'd have to take care of people that she might just flip.
I don't randomly flip people!
No, I'm saying the people that you're in a fight with because they started it.
Then they deserve it!
I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but sometimes you just flip them. Flip it good.
Wait, what?
You just said flip it good. She just shakes her head. Well, if you ever need passage back and we're in the area, well, if we're still in the trade, we might be willing to pick you up again. No worries. She
Actually, come to
goes,
think of it,
hmm?
considering the noise she made as soon as she was picked up, because all I heard was, "Ooh, can I fucking insight that?"
You can insight check her. You get the sense that she enjoys your presence and your company, and your spirit is definitely something she finds pleasant. I mean, she hasn't been mean to you. She's always seemed to smile when you are around. She made sure that the T-Rex was well and good in its jerky makeup. She actually gives you a bag of it, by the way. So mark off that you have a bag of
Yay!
T-Rex jerky that weighs 20 pounds.
Whoa!
It was a big T-Rex. What do you think? It's going to be 5 pounds?
Oh no!
Oh no!
I feel like
Damn!
you're gonna be living off a T-Rex for a bit.
You got some joikey. That's what you get for
Yay!
mortaring a
She
T-Rex.
claps.
You get it. Yeah.
It's just a very quiet once she gets the bag.
I figured you'd enjoy this.
She's already eating bits of it.
Just nibbling on it. Also, if you all are looking for if you're looking for a good inn at a reasonable price, I know where one is. But if you're looking for one where it's a little shadier but a little cheaper, I know where that is too. Try not to go to the expensive one. They're shit.
Can we do the first one?
Okay. You can be looking for the Apple's Eye. Go up the street. Keep going down. You're going to see a place with some little sparkling magical lights. Don't go in there. It's a casino. Keep going past it. About 3 buildings away from there, you should see the Apple's Eye. All right?
Alright. Thank you.
Not a problem. All right. And she moves over, pounds the side of her wagon train, and keeps them moving. All right.
I wave bye to the guards. They go past in the blacksmith.
They wave back.
Cheshire did was draw just a smile on the side of the cart with his machete.
So he carved it into the side.
Yup.
Kaleido's
The main
has-
one too.
Okay.
Kaleido has shapeshifted into Elisha. This is happening all day. This is how it is now. She's gonna look for a bookstore or something. I don't fucking know. She wants a book.
I admire my own butt.
I was about to ask him, like, does Elisha look herself up and down?
This is a rare opportunity.
Study my own body. I didn't realize my ass was that pert.
Hey, Elisha, I'm you now. Just so you know.
Which of us?
I like the idea of okay, bye. Just
Right.
there's
Guys,
just
you know
two of me
where a
now?
bookstore is? Oh my god, we should know. Where's the lady who's in charge? Could we ask her where a bookstore is? Did she leave already?
Yeah, she's already
Hang
there.
on. Before we
Oh,
find
good.
Oh,
I would have had to pass through this town once, right?
At least once.
I wouldn't have like, been able to even like check
Can
it
I-
out, but like
Mhm.
would I know anything about it?
Roll a history check.
With the way Ellie's lungs are and how she is, can she shout real loud for Evelyn to stop the cart?
Grr, I'm rolling at disadvantage.
Go ahead. Yes, Sadem is leaving as well. Yeah, otherwise, you'd get a natural 20.
No,
Goodness.
you know why he needs disadvantage.
I know why
I'm
you
making
need
myself have
disadvantage.
disadvantage on that.
I know why you need disadvantage. The city of Borim is a city of dwarven prominence. It's the base of the mountain. Again, it is a city that has literally been carved in to the mountainside. Like the city looks like most of the buildings either were using the stone from this mountain or were carved from the mountain. There is a path that will lead up further into the city. There's actually a back wall that is just stairs carved into the already partly carved in mountainside. It is a place known for its crafts, particularly of stonework, ironwork. So far as you've heard, this place has been pretty much impregnable, except for maybe like a few times, but that was because, magic does stuff. You weren't really paying attention at that point because it didn't really catch your interest at that time.
I had more things in my mind at the time.
You had more important things to do. Beyond that, I mean, dwarves are good, hardy people. Just don't piss them off and you're on the right track.
Dawn,
I heard you.
can I try that thing?
You can
Because
try
I
the
realized
thing.
you could use a map.
She doesn't have a map. Otherwise she
Oh,
would've
then
given
fuck,
it to
never
you.
mind.
But yes.
Well, then I guess we're wondering.
Dove.
Would I know of a bookstore?
I was gonna
Probably
say,
not.
yeah, like Dove and I can probably together figure out where to find the place we need to go.
Yep. You can either, if you're going to be looking for a bookstore first as your first point of order for the day, you can
Not
either roll
first point of order.
What's your first
At least
point of
not
order
for
then?
me. I gotta
Kaleido,
get-
that is Kaleido's
get
first point of
books.
order. She's asking people.
What is Elasha's first point of order?
I need money before I can get books.
Of course.
I'm gonna follow Elasha.
You tell me
Yours.
whenever I do figure out, hey, there's something on my ass. Just
It's in your pouch, so no worries. Dove, I was going to say that you are able to give Sedem a hug before you hop off and leave, and he gives you it's like it lingers just like a few seconds longer. It's one of those, is this too uncomfortable, is it too not, and he just kind of like slowly just kind of pats your back awkwardly. He's like,
Perfect.
see ya.
ew, he tried to finish cool. I don't like him.
Does Kaleido find anybody who knows where a bookstore is?
Make a persuasion check or an investigation check.
16 plus 7. 16.
Nervous cough.
I feel like that's something the character would do. Dove always has a nice clear of the throat.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
you
guy's
were just
23.
you're saying numbers very softly. I couldn't quite hear you. I'm like, I don't know if
Alright, I
I
can't do
did hear
math.
you. No worries. If you put the number in the brackets that look like this, if you do
Okay.
double that, put then and do like 16 plus 7, and then do brackets on the other side, it'll actually do the math for you.
Well, thank you.
Flat
You're very
bracks.
I
welcome.
did not know.
The flat brackets.
Okay, so where's this bookstore at?
All right, so you ask around. There is a bookstore that you are made aware of, by asking around. Eventually, someone's like, "Oh yeah, you're looking for a bookstore? There's a few different places you could go to, but if you're looking for one in town, through my notes." Thought Alash was the one looking for the bookstore. Wasn't expecting you.
I mean,
Forget a lot
she
of
is
his
also
bodies, she has
me,
to play the
so
part.
This is true. She's
Yeah.
also you at the moment.
She's
Imagine if
cosplaying.
Elasha goes to that bookstore a couple of hours later.
no. I was gonna say we should both go at the same time and freak
Yeah,
out.
I know Kaleido's just wanting to know where it is, and she's gonna catch up with you. Because
Okay,
she wants to go together. Because she wants to be
Okay.
together with Elisha for as long as possible.
good.
As long as many people over.
Are you looking for the glass study? That's probably going to be your
Yes.
best bet, yes.
Is it called?
Glass study.
Okay.
There is another place, but you're not going to be able to get into there unless you have a written pass specifically from the order. It's... Never mind.
What's the other? Wait, what's the other one called? Miss Person, please tell me.
It's, It's the Mountains Gem. But you have to have a
Thank
pass to
you.
get in.
Okay, I'll remember that. Okay, Kaleido's like, thank you very much, and then she like runs to catch up with everybody else.
Mhm.
Oh wait, she needs to ask for directions. Actually, she does that instead.
To the glass study, if you
Yeah.
go to the casino and basically leave it going towards the gates, just immediately down the same pathway that it's on. If you don't see it immediately, you might be on the wrong street, so just go to the other street and you'll find it. It is easy enough to see as it's got a big circle that when the light hits it, it'll blind you. That's the way.
Okay.
That's the way they describe it.
But she runs up to catch up with everybody.
All right.
You would notice as you're catching up, Cheshire's like awkwardly like just walking 10 feet behind everybody.
Hey, Cheshire, why are you so slow? Why are you being a slowpoke?
Oh my god. God, I'm gonna send you this photo. Just for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Discord fucking loads.
Shadow like is like jump stepping next to him and like patting his arm and shit.
It's a shit post.
Like shrugs basically.
Hey. And then she walks next to Cheshire actually. He's not lonely.
Very like just standoffish attitude right now. There's no cart for him just to hide away on.
He can't. He's exposed.
I'm making a mental note of this, but not actively writing it down.
I am actually. Hello.
He just goes, I kind of was never invited to be Leaf Hope. He just like shrugs.
It was never. Did he say he was never invited? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
He said I was never really invited to be
Hello?
Leaf Hope.
Am I heard?
Yes, you
Oh,
are heard.
oh, hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Trying to fucking figure it out for a while.
There you go.
Where you
Okay.
mute yourself, get how to unmute.
No, that wasn't it. Discord was being weird.
Okay, Cheshire. Well, I invite you to be with us. Do you want to stay?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Dove. Dove, Cheshire's staying with
I was
us.
gonna say, Dove has probably gone somewhere different.
No!
You look up and
Alright,
Dove
see
is
you-
just gone.
Dove hasn't been around, you guys.
We lost Dove! We lost Dove! Where is she?
I hope she knows where the inn was, because she wasn't around when the woman told me.
Well, yeah, thanks for inviting me, Elisha.
Second
welcome.
Elisha appears from around the first Elisha and says, "You're quite welcome."
I don't like this shit.
Oh, okay,
Deadpan.
I'll change it. I'll change it like next after we go to sleep. Go change it tomorrow.
It's
Back.
confusing.
Cheshire Machine broke.
$5 says she changes into Cheshire.
Right.
Why
I
don't
mean,
you
her
just
clothes will stay the
stay
same, and he
yourself?
is more than a foot taller than she is.
Hey, why don't you just
Gonna go
stay your
good.
normal form?
Oh no, this is like more fun, and like sometimes people like freak out when they see my regular form.
I think
know?
she likes being other people.
I mean, I could be the regular me, but why do that when I can be anybody else in the world?
You just-
But if I shape, but my clothes just like always stay the same. So if I turn into somebody way bigger, it's like a hassle.
He just kind of shrugs.
I could buy you some bigger clothes sometime.
Oh my gosh, I could shapeshift into card. Oh my gosh.
Maybe might be harder to find clothes that are Karg size.
What?
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but what? Why was I brought into this?
How tall is
Says-
Karg again?
It's like 7'2" or something like that.
But it's
I'll
4'11".
check.
Shuffle ditched his old leathers, right? Like,
More
I
than
assume
likely.
he would. He
7'5".
probably wouldn't want to keep.
Of course.
Her clothing will snap if she tries to shapeshift into card.
Your clothes will snap if you try to transform into fucking Ellie. Shit. There was no way that was gonna work for Karg.
Yeah, Karg is 7'5".
Oh no! That's so funny.
Our
Just
entire
get rid-
team is like a staircase.
Yeah.
Please.
It literally is though, yeah.
I feel like there's like a jump cut somewhere between like the 5 even to 6 foot.
I mean, you know, slight jump cut.
Because I think Dove's in the middle. Because it goes, if I have the height correctly, it goes Kaleido, Elisha, Dove, Ellie, Cheshire, and then Card.
For reference, I need everybody to put their characters' exact heights in the chat, in the Why Must You Shitpost chat.
Oh, of course.
Yes, while that's going on, Dove, you said you wanted to be away. Where are you going?
I wanted to ask around about what was his name? Canis?
Mhm.
Just generally asking around if people know of him or if they know he's around here somewhere.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
You said dope ass int.
Nice.
19. You talked to a few people. Do you describe him at all, or just ask for Canis?
I would describe him to who? Probably describe him as like, what was he? A tall Goliath?
Mhm.
Of whatever build he was. Was he? Is he
Tall
like
Goliath puts him at pretty fucking tall.
Yeah. Standard strong build, a little bit lanky, honestly too long for his body at times.
Mm-hmm.
Smiles a bit too much, like he's like trying to force the smile sometimes, but he's good natured well enough.
Yeah. Alright, so describe him like that.
Okay. You ask around. A few people just kind of like, no, we'd never heard of him. Eventually, though, you come across one dwarf who's just kind of standing around, just kind of like, here's the description. Buy me an ale.
Pardon?
Buy me an ale.
Alright.
Insight check this short
Actually,
fucker.
you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna insight check the fuck. It's not working.
There it is.
There we go!
Seems to know something. Either that or he's being really coy.
What? What'd
Either
you
he's
say?
being really coy to get you just to buy him a drink, or he actually knows something.
Okay, I'll ask, do you know something about Canis?
Buy me a drink.
Okay.
Ellie Dove is about to knife this fucker.
One track mind.
If she's fucking stolen out of her money, she might, but let's see.
It's 3 copper for a mug.
I don't have copper. I
can put
only
down
have
silver.
gold.
They'll give you
I only
gold.
have gold!
If you put down a gold, they'll give you back 9 silver and 7 copper.
Alright, hold on. Nine silver, 7 copper.
There's a video that's like retweet the money cat. It's a video of this cat being showered with dollar bills, and it's cute, but at the same time it hurts me inside because I'm poor, and this cat is pawing at this money and potentially tearing it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Alright,
so you-
what are we at an inn, a bar?
he
like, where?
kind of drags you over towards the bar. It's like an open stand bar where you can literally just buy a mug and go with like disposable mugs.
Can I buy a drink for myself?
You can. Are you looking to buy an ale?
I'm not sure if ale would be her. What else would they have?
They have hard lemonade, which is an alcoholic lemonade. They have spiked orange juice, which is an alcoholic orange juice. They have strong apple cider, which is surprisingly not alcoholic. They have eggnog, which says leftovers
apple
must go
cider.
now, which is definitely alcoholic. That is 2 copper.
Alright, hell yeah, fucking put down that 2 copper.
Alright, so you put that down, you get yourself something to drink as he walks next to you. Kind of like he's got a little bit more of a strut to his step, and he just takes a big old gulp from it. Just, it's shit, but it's something. Always good to get a drink before you tell something. Good to know that you know how to buy someone an ale. So, you're looking for Wolf then, ain't you?
How do you know? His name is Wolf.
Oh, please, don't be so coy. He starts playing with his beard and just like does a thieves' can't sign of you can trust me.
Ah,
He had to get in touch with us. He understands about the Conquerors Guild. I wanted to make sure he wasn't stepping on anyone's toes. You get the feel of me. But at the same time, he told me that keep an eye out for a young lass who might be coming after him eventually, and that she would order the cider. He knows you too well, apparently.
I suppose so. And I'm just staring down at my cider, like, oh shit.
To be fair, I did pick that because I figured that was be what he picked. I'm so glad that you picked that because I was thinking you were gonna pick like the lemonade or something. That would have been embarrassing for Wolf, but
Right, no,
Wolf knows
yeah.
you.
No, he knows me. I absolutely would go for the cider.
Yep. But he's just grinning at you. He's like, "Come on, let's go somewhere more private." Takes another drink and
Sounds
kind of just
good.
finishes it off, tosses it into a recycling bin.
Okay. At least this guy doesn't litter. That's nice.
Mm,
I mean, it's a dwarven city. If you're gonna litter, people will remember it for years, and they'll never let you live it down.
That's true. That's true. But actually, what is this? What does this guy look like?
He is a pretty hefty dwarf, mountain dwarf, most likely, standing about 4'2", pretty sizable dwarf. Very thick fingered. Looks like he's probably worked with maybe not metal, probably more stone from the rough cut of his hands. Twinkle of mischief in his eye, and kind of a big grin. But
Okay. Is there any chance I can get your name?
you can. Well, names are friends. You can call me Star for now.
Star.
He told me to call you Dove. Good call sign, by the way. I like it.
Thank you.
Yep. Anyways, he opens the door. Inside with you. Come on.
And I'll walk on in.
All right. Place is got a few amenities, just like a little table with maybe 2-3 chairs. Not maybe, it does have 3 chairs. A shelf with just a few plates. Look like they're made of just some clay. With ceramic. Ceramic? No. Porcelain? No. They're plates.
Yeah.
But he moves over, just sits in a chair, just kicks back, and just you hear just thunk against the wall. He just kicks up his legs. So, what you looking for with Mr. Wolf?
I'm just looking for him, really. He's been gone for quite some time, and it started to worry our whole organization.
He sounds like the
So
sort
my
to.
job to find him.
He sounds like the sort to get involved in that. Starts kind of picking at his fingers, just looking them over, making sure that they're clipped, and just kind of like, just tidying himself up. He's very shortly clipped fingernails.
Okay.
Yeah, glance over at you, just pulls out a nail file, starts.
Was he around here recently?
Within the last month. Something about something not being right. Something not making sense. I was trying to get the information out of him, but all he kept saying was, read the books. Couldn't make heads or tails of it. Said I should know my own history. I do know my own history.
Read books.
I can... Do I still have them? Sure, I still have them. Hold on. Hold on the fort for a second. I'll be right back. Gets up and walks around the corner.
I'm gonna awkwardly sip at my cider while I wait.
All right. The place is barren. You don't see much else in here. You do
Nothing
see
of-
that there is, as you're looking around on the shelf with the plates and stuff, you do see that there is a book. That is the only thing out of place in there.
Okay. I'll walk over to the book and examine the cover.
It is a book that says History of Borim.
Okay. I'm assuming I wouldn't have ever read this book, would I?
No, you've never read this book.
Okay.
You do not know any of the history of this area. You also do see that there is a bookmark on one of the pages.
I'll skim through the first pages and then go to the bookmark area.
First pages are essentially recounting almost more of a like a ballad than the history, but it's an older song, Dwarven, so it probably holds some historical value. Do you read Dwarvish?
No.
The song is completely in Dwarvish. You cannot read that. Do you
Alright.
flip to the bookmark to see if there's anything else?
Yes.
There is a side-by-side comparison of Dwarvish and Common. So it's like in two columns on one page. One side of it's in
okay.
Dwarvish, the other side's in Common.
How useful.
Dwarvish for dummies.
Essentially, it's also technically Dwarvish for Dummies, kind of, yeah. But it is essentially allowing for someone who's not of Dwarvish descent to also be able to read this.
She made a size chart.
I believe it. And looking at the page that you turn to, the page that you turn to is actually pretty far back. Like as you pull it open, you realize you're almost at the end of the book. There's maybe 2 pages beyond where this bookmark's at. So whoever was reading this was more towards the end. And there is 2 things you notice. One is that the bookmark is made of the inner part of a bark, some kind of wooden strip, essentially. And the other thing is that one of the parts of this book has been circled, and it's circled the common part, and then it has also circled a section of the dwarven part, probably a correlation between the two. And in common, it reads, and in that year, they celebrated the Day of the Empire. And that's what that is circled.
Okay. Nothing else that I read of interest that might.
Looking it over just real quick, the rest of that page is referring to some other events that had occurred in Borim. And on the other page it mentions how some of the stone hands were asked to carve the statue of the leader of the country, to erect a statue, and a few others were asked to go to Helison to show homage to the by a figure referred to as Sultan Exis. I will spell that out for you. Or Exis. exists.
Okay.
And says that it was to show that the lands between Hellison and Mervale were still as strong as ever.
Guru, check your DMs real quick.
Okay.
I feel like it'll make you laugh a little bit.
Now I'm mildly curious.
Don't worry about it.
Mm.
You're right, it is like a stepladder. Goodness.
So you said there was a part circled in.
Yes, the part that was circled was,
Dwarvish.
it says, the common says, and on that day they celebrated the Day of the Empire. The Dwarvish part you can't read because you don't read Dwarvish.
Is there a possibility I might be able to copy what is written that's circled in Dwarvish in my notebook or something?
Sure. I'm going to say, make a sleight of hand check real quick. Because you are starting to hear someone stepping down the stairs coming back down.
Oh, I'm back.
Did
I'm sorry. What did I miss?
Did I work? Did that work?
Nothing that Clyde would know.
Yeah,
No,
don't
it
worry.
didn't work. Okay, hold on.
Loading,
more
yes,
time.
loading. There.
Ah, fuck.
It's not really legible. You just kind of scribble it down really quick, and you just kind of stare, and you just go, "Oh fuck! I'm gonna need to either find this book again and find this page or something." Kind of close your notebook and go sit back down.
Mm-hmm.
As you sit down, you just hear, and you just see the book fall onto its face, and you're just like, shit. Star steps out from my. All right, I was looking for the book, and there it is. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. He walks over, picks up the book, kind of just dusts off the book. Sorry about that. I forgot I had left it out here.
Oh,
You
no
alright?
worries.
You all right? You haven't
Who are you
touched your drink.
to? Oh, me. Okay, sorry. In character.
In character, yes.
No, I'm all right. And she'll take another sip.
You're just a slow
I
drinker.
like to. I like to savor the flavor of drinks.
Nah, I'm a chugger myself. I like to just take all the ale and just get it right in me right as quick as I can so I can get the intoxication flowing through me faster, if you catch my drift.
I
Alright.
suppose there is an appeal to that.
Yeah. He moves over, sits down again and just does not kick his chair back. He just kind of
Alright.
stares at the book cover for a second. What do you know about this city?
Not a lot.
That's what Wolf said, too. To be fair, he also said that as the other form. He kind of motions to his face like he wasn't himself, obviously. But when he brought this back, he said there was something funny. Takes the book, slowly kind of just turns it in his hand for a second and opens the book to the bookmark, puts it down on the table and just slides it over. What do you make of that?
He's just like sliding the part where I just read.
The part that you just read, yes.
What did it say again?
The part that was circled,
Mhm.
it says, and on that day they celebrated the Day of the Empire.
The Day of the Empire. I suppose it's a day to.
You are aware of this day, by the way. The
Oh,
day,
am I?
it's a national holiday. Like all of the countries, they are not allowed to do war on that day, as it is the
Okay.
Day of the Empire, where all countries, regardless of who's doing battle where, to do harm and do battle on that day, is essentially a cause for immediate execution. Not on that day, though.
Oh,
No
holy
execution
fuck.
can be scheduled on that day.
Mm-hmm.
It is supposed to be a
Alright.
day of peace.
Yeah, I'd probably say that back and point out the other circled part that's in Dwarvish, saying, I can't really read this part though.
That's what I figured. Actually, let me double check and see if he would have even had to ask. So I'm just pulling up Wolf's stuff to see where his proficiencies were, because he's a very smart guy. Actually, no, he did not. Yeah, he didn't have to ask me about this, but this taps the page. I know the man who wrote this book, and he says he never remembered writing down the part in common. Dwarvish he remembers. That's perfectly fine. In Dwarvish, that reads, and on that day, the conquerors came.
The Conquerors. Do I know of that?
Roll a history check. And there's actually another part to it as well, but roll that while he finishes up. The second part of it's actually not on this part. He actually turns the page, and on the next page, there's another part that's circled. But it's only the Dwarvish section. And the rest of the Dwarvish section has a gap between what was written and the next part. And what is written in there is, it's coming, I'm forgetting. And then the next part of it just starts off praising the Empire. With the 12 history, you don't know anything about the Conquerors yourself. Most you've heard is that they're supposedly a part of the Empire's army, a division that's the peacekeepers, essentially, where if there are bandits coming through, they will conquer those camps and then, show that the Empire has still the correct amount of authority over those areas.
Okay.
Or could you
And that's
repeat that
basically
part
all
about the
I'm
conquerors?
aware of.
And on that day, the conquerors came.
But what are the conquerors?
They are a division of the Empire's army, known for overwhelming and conquering other entities like bandit camps or traitors to the Empire.
They're basically ice.
Alright. That's very interesting. He doesn't remember writing the part in common at all?
Doesn't even remember writing that he was forgetting. Which is weird because he remembers everything he writes down, but he says that most of the parts of this book that he wrote down are supposed to be wrong. Up to a certain point anyway, but that's what's getting me. Like, in common, it matches what he says it should be, but not in Dwarvish. In Dwarvish, it tells a whole different history.
Very confusing.
You're telling me it doesn't match what I remember it being either.
I can't imagine it does.
It's something else, I'll tell you that much. But, I mean, it's not doing anyone any harm, right? And granted, Wolf did say that he was going to be checking out a different library down southward, but he did ask for me to do one other thing. And don't open this up in here. I don't need to be privy to what it says. I really don't need this on my conscience. He reaches under the table and he pulls out a letter. He hands it to you. Again, just not here. Just go do what you need to do. Whatever he's asked you to do, I don't need no part of it. I'm already confused enough as it is, reading up on my history and realizing half the stuff I know is wrong. Or at least it might be wrong. I don't know. Something's
That's
wrong.
alright. Something is wrong. Will you allow me to copy some of these passages in this book into my own notebook so I can keep note of it?
I can get another copy of the book if you got
Oh, that
like
would be
5
better.
gold.
Yeah.
Takes 5 gold and gives you the book. I will give you details on what is written in common later. Don't want to go over all of that right now, but I will.
Matthew
Alright.
Mercer Caleb style in the library. I'll email it to you later.
I'll send it to your DMs. Don't worry. But I'll give you the
Alright.
gist of it, since I imagine you're going to be reading
Did
this.
he tell me not to open the letter or just not to open the letter around him?
Not around him. He says, just go do what you need to do. Be somewhere private. Just don't involve him in it.
Alright. Thank you very much for your time. This has been very helpful.
A little nod. And last, if you see Wolf again, kick him in the shin. He's a right asshole, but he's a good man. He needs to stop it. That's not the rogue way.
Certainly. And I will walk out.
All right. So you head on out, and back with everyone else. You guys going to the inn, or
Yeah, I think we're going to the inn, and then we're gonna go find somewhere to sell things, right?
Yeah, it sounds like a good
Yeah.
idea.
okay? So you go to the inn, which is. Close my book. Oh, this is why I mean, to be fair,
Is
I
this-
can't say that, you know.
Is this a straight
So,
city? Is this a big
from-
city?
It's a big city. Yes, this is not a town. It is a city, meaning that there's
Shit.
thousands of people here.
Just
Well,
want to
see-
say, by the way, we probably shouldn't sell the pop. We could probably get a better deal on them in a different city. I don't think people here would pay top quality for some pots compared to other places. This place is even more dwarven built. Just seems like you can make more money somewhere else.
What do you think I could get for this? And Ellie pulls the rib off her back. The T-Rex rib.
No, that could probably be more.
What about these? And I'll pull out the T-Rex teeth that I have.
I'm not a fucking pawn shop owner.
Of
Cool.
course.
Also, Guru, very important question. How many days passed between us leaving the forest and arriving in Borim?
If I remember correctly, I believe I said 4.
Oh!
Mm,
I wanted to know if I see any stray animals.
Make a perception check.
Dude!
Not currently.
is
This is a big
not
thoroughfare. Probably you're more likely to see stray animals at nighttime.
So,
I
quick
want to see if there's a
thing.
kitty.
I bought a lot of rations.
Mhm.
I bought enough rations for like a month's journey,
Mhm.
which is the equivalent of us getting from where we started to Borin, right?
Mhm.
But we also been eating T-Rex jerky,
Mhm.
so I still have a lot of rations.
Yes, you do.
I have more rations than I can physically carry.
Are you over encumbered?
Do you want me to?
We're on the cart, but now I don't have a cart.
Do you want me to take
Oh, wait,
some
no.
of this?
She never asked you for the cart back.
Oh, we still have the cart.
Yeah, she never asked you for the
Ah.
cart back.
I'm tight then. We good. Never mind.
Oh, so we have a horse. I'm assuming then.
A mule.
That works.
Good meal.
Yes.
Hey,
I look down an alleyway to see if I see a cat.
You did. You got a 7.
Oh.
So where do we park this thing?
Outside the inn.
Okay, let's find the inn then. We're at the inn, right? We're at the
Yep,
inn?
you're at the inn. You enter in to the Apple's Eye, which
Hey.
is a quaint little place. You see a rather stout, poorly-looking water genasi, faint, pale green skin. Kind of looks a little like his hair looks like he just got out of the bath. Very very wet, just kind of dragging on the sides of their faces. They're kind of look up from under their mop of hair, just like, hey there.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. Do you need rooms for the evening?
Please. How much?
How much? How many people? Sorry, I haven't seen a group your size come through in a while. It's nice to see some
1, 2,
company.
3, 4, 5, 7.
7 rooms? Oh, that should be fairly easy.
Well, two of us will be rooming too.
So you need 6 rooms then?
I can room with somebody.
5 rooms.
I want a room with Alasha. I call Alasha. Alasha's gonna be my roommate.
4 rooms.
Sorry.
Okay.
Out of character, we should have discussed this first.
Wait. Why do we need 4 rooms if... I think we just need 3!
Yeah, let's
3
There's
rooms.
only 5 of us!
If
No, there's
Dove
7.
isn't here, right?
Dove is
Dove
going to be with you, yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
6. So then,
Plus
yeah,
Karg.
only 3.
Yeah, so
No,
that's
because
6.
if we're counting Karg, because I have.
Ellie and Karg share a room!
Oh no, that's right. Dove was on the chart. Never mind. That's 6.
Yes,
Never
that's
mind.
6, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 rooms then. That's not an issue. 3 rooms, that'll be... are you paying for it all at once, or are you paying for it separately?
I can pay for it all at once.
Okay.
I think I have some gold. He would look down in his pouch.
You look into your pouch. As soon as you open it up, you see another pouch inside of your pouch.
Oh no. Pouch inside a pouch. Pouch deception.
I'll
Pouch
open that
deception.
pouch.
In that pouch, there is another... Let me pull this up here.
Yo, he loaded.
There's another 30 gold in that bag.
I was right.
That pouch was bigger than my pouch.
Wait, guys, what about soft paw?
Guru.
hmm And you didn't notice because you rolled lower than her sleight of hand, which on the die, she rolled a 5, but she had a +3, so she beat your 6.
So yeah, did softball go with the caravan?
Softpaw is currently with the caravan, yes.
Okay.
No, I
I
didn't
was
forget
like, where
about
did
him.
he go?
He's with the caravan. He fell asleep in the back of one of the other carts.
Rest in peace.
I would have woken him up. I just forgot. Since he
You
doesn't
forgot.
talk.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, he's going somewhere else at the moment. He might show up later.
Aww.
Yeah.
But
If somebody's paying for Cheshire, he's not gonna say, "Oh, I'll pay for my." Nah,
Yeah.
you pay for
It's-
Cheshire, he's gonna let you.
yeah, it's just a
I'll pay for it.
if you're paying for it all at once, it's just gold and 5 silver.
Okay.
If you pay 2 gold, you get meals for the next day. For
Oh, okay. I'll pay 2 gold then.
2 gold. He takes the 2 gold. Yeah. 1, 2,
I
3.
will also play.
What?
I was going to offer to pay as well.
I can give her back a gold, and you can pay a gold if you want.
I just don't want to feel like I'm being a burden.
You're one of my friends. I don't mind paying.
I
Go.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Gotcha. So he's like one. I'm going to presume that you're taking the keys, and he holds out 3 keys to you, Ellie.
I'll take 1 in hand. Or excuse me, I'll take 2 in hand, 1 to Alasha. I'll keep this one when Dove shows up.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right.
Shire's rooming with Dove.
Yeah.
The 2 most awkward people in the party together.
This is the best rooming situation ever.
You're gonna be so quiet.
They're both going to be playing solitaire.
Perfect. Oh yeah, he.
Cheshire how would be shooting at the ceiling and cause some kind of structural damage.
All right. Yeah. We have dinner right around sundown, so you should be able to see that. We've been trying to get some gnome tinkers to come around, but sadly, we they're a mite bit expensive to get them on the daily to give us one of them their whirly doodads. I believe they call them a clock. They got a little birdie that pops out of them whenever it hits the hour. It's the cutest damn thing, but
Has Cheshire heard of that before?
you have heard of that before. Hellison is known for many of its crafts, and gnomes tend to be more in the north. So yes, you have heard of that. Rock gnomes particularly is a creation you don't know the name of, but you've heard of it.
All right.
Yep, it's just the maintenance of it. So just around sundown, if you're around here when we're bringing out food, just grab yourself a plate. Try not to get too many plates. Some people think that means free food. It doesn't. It means the first plate is free. If you want a second plate, then you have to pay for the second plate.
No buffet stylings, gotcha.
Yeah, we don't. Granted, when I'm saying a plate, hold on a second.
Is he looking at Karg when he says this?
He's looking at you.
I'm like 5-0.
Yeah.
Why would you think I'd have another plate?
Oh no. He's saying this. He walks
I have
into
a
the back
friend
for a
that's
second.
5'3", but eats more than my fat ass.
I know, but
Hold on.
She's got
You're
no
gonna
he
see
doesn't know
why.
that.
You're gonna see why. He goes into the back, and he comes out and he sets a plate,
Cool.
which is big enough that he could put his arms around it
Mm-hmm.
and still have some space left over. You would be able to touch your fingertips putting your arms around it. Do you think that this is too big of a plate for you, or do you think that I should get something smaller for you when food is coming out? Because we've got dwarves, and we've got to
I don't
prepare
think
as
it's
though
big
any
enough.
of you all be dwarves.
Give me diameters. I'm having problems imagining this.
Say about 1.5 radius, so about 3 feet across.
Nice.
I don't think that's enough for me.
So you'll be getting a second plate. Good to know. I mean, I cannot just
That
heap on a little
should
extra.
More than suffice. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want you to think that you gotta keep up with everyone and hurt yourself. I had someone who tried to overeat and they hurt themselves, and it was just kind of sad because they started crying and they weren't able to keep up, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. That's all.
They sound like they needed a hug.
They kind of did. They got a hug. Their friends were good people. Like, they were just embarrassed because, you're going and, yeah, it's just, they were just embarrassed, that's all. They wanted to, be just as tough as their dwarven friends. Their dwarven friends laughed at them, but they were still hugging them. There's dwarves. They're going to get a good guffaw out of it.
Okay. We have. Mister, excuse me.
Yes, I'm sorry. I should have done this for both of you. I didn't realize you had your twin sister here with you.
It's quite all right.
Sorry.
It's
Yes.
just fine. Do you know where there's a place where we can sell things, like a pawn shop or something?
It depends
Where
what
can
you're
I
selling.
sell this? And she slams the rib down on the counter.
That's a big ass rib.
You wouldn't happen to know if there's any museums or
No. Nope.
They're T-Rex parts.
Okay. Just trying to turn it over slowly in his hand, just stares at it for a second.
Tim Allen Home Improvement.
A little bit. I'd say you're not gonna find out of character. You would know that there are not any museums. Not yet, anyway. Maybe you'll start the first. There's the. If you just got the one rib, you're not gonna be able to sell that there. There's
more than one rib is required.
there's the Route Guild. They're hunters and trackers and sort of people. They call themselves the Route Guild because they lead people on the right path. I'm sorry they're not. I'm surprised they're not called Pathfinders, but they're not hiring me for their names. But you might be able to sell some of them to them. They tend to take odds and ends like that. I heard one person sold some snake skin to them, but then again, it was also snake skin bigger than their horse. So
Would I know what a Hydra is?
Well, I know what a Hydra is.
I mean, you guys have heard stories of hydras. They're not, so uncommon and obscure that you haven't heard, tales of them.
Hydra skin?
Snakeskin, as far as I'm aware.
That's just a really
Okay.
big snake.
Really
Thank you
big
very
snake.
much. Where are the directions to this place?
Oh, if you go to the right, so you're going away from the casino, keep going down. Eventually, you're going to get towards the inner wall, where you're going to be completely in shade. There should be a tall tower, kind of landmark, so you can see. Once you see the tower attached to a building, there's your guild. They got a lookout
Yeah.
post to look around in the city because they like being able to keep track of things. You know.
Okay, let's go, everyone. And then Kaleido's like leaving the building.
Kaleido has left the building.
Professor, can you go after her, please?
I'm on babysitter duty. And I'll just walk out.
Thank you.
I love the pure difference in accents between Elisha and Kaleido.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to get everything set up, and then we'll follow after that.
Yep, do what you gotta do. Go put your things in your room. You shouldn't have need of armor on the streets, but at the same time, walking around in armor is going to make the dwarves just be like, giving you either a thumbs up or just staring at it with critique, because they're dwarves. They're going to always be looking at things with a stickler in their eye. Just don't pay any mind. They're the best at their craft in the city, and they're going to have words about it. You hear someone say, "Damn right!" as you see this dwarf in the background just raise a glass and just slam it back, slam it down.
I
and then
made
fall
this armor,
backwards.
thank you very much.
Guru,
Like,
before
shakes her fist
walking
at the
out,
dwarf.
is there like a wanted poster in there? Like any like wanted posters or like job boards in there?
Job boards? There's a
In the
job
bar?
board. You don't see any wanted posters. It says
Shut-
maybe it's basically
or
odds
just
and ends.
for- Just I was looking out for some wanted posters. He's curious.
Okay. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
So
Ellie shakes her fist at the dwarf and upset.
yeah, he after he
Howdy,
slams back
Yank.
his drink, he slams it down, looks at you, gives you like a like he waves his hand together, and then you just see his friend look over at you, look back to his friend, look back to you, and then without looking back to his friend, just backhand him. Don't mind him, he's a little bit drunk. He'll get over it in the morning. Why you? Just all of a sudden you see him just jump on him and just tackle. He's like, please no fighting in my bar. Please no. Oh, they're like,
Can I
they're
go? Can I go and pull them apart?
as you're about to, you just see their third friend, who is this very large, thick-armed Goliath, just like slowly lumber over, grab them, just as they're still like getting ready, like they're both like fighting. He's like, "We're gonna take this outside, guys. Come on!" Just dragging them behind her as they're both punching each other in the face. Come on, we're going outside.
Ella's got stars in her eyes. Hi.
Oh, hi there. Don't worry, I got a hold of them. Don't worry, guys. We're taking this outside.
Do you fight?
Sometimes it depends on the day. Hold on a second. Hold on. We're taking this outside, guys. And just drags them out and just deposits them in the, basically in the middle of the street. And they just immediately start wailing on each other as he turns around, just kind of like ducks down to peek inside, because he's about almost 8 feet tall.
Ooh, putting Karg to shame.
Yeah, he's like a good 7'9".
He's only 4 inches taller.
Only 4 inches taller, yeah, but he's like,
That's some Ulysses strategy right there.
But yeah, he kind of like ducks his head down, just like, "Oh, were you looking to know something about the fighting rings, or
Kark doesn't like me to fight at random. So
Karg's
can I
like
just arm
staring at
wrestle you?
arm wrestle? Sure. Hold on.
Just a quick match.
Wrestling or arm wrestling is very different things. I'm sorry.
Can I wrestle in here? And she's turning to the innkeeper.
Please, no wrestling in my bar.
Arm wrestle then.
Arm wrestle. He moves over to the table. He pulls up this very short, little stool-looking chair. He just kind of like gently just. None of the backs are good enough anyway, so this is as good as I'm gonna get. Drags the table. I'm ready when you are. Come on over there, lady.
You just call me little lady.
Yeah, my sister's bigger than you are. What? You're tall for human, but for a Goliath, you're still pretty short.
Don't call me little. And as she says little, she like puts her arm up.
You see his face slowly grow in a grin. All right, now that's what I like to see. Bartender, say when. When should I? And just go. And so, yep.
Oh, nope.
He didn't roll too much better, but he does beat you out on that. You feel your arm beginning to push backwards away as he's starting to push down. Roll another athletic check.
I wonder if I can rage.
That's a bonus
Of
action.
course
yeah.
you can.
So
Fuck
with
it, why the
advantage.
fuck not?
So you go into a rage because he's calling you little. You go into a rage. Roll with advantage. 25.
Here's a
Ooh,
tip.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Here's a tip. Watch. Bite your upper lip to deal 1 point of piercing damage to you.
Fair enough.
You push back. He's almost matching you, but you're pushing back up. You're back up to neutral. Roll another athletics check.
Digging tooth into lip.
You're starting to. You've managed to pendulum this. You're pushing me. You're just kind of looking. You're just like again that nod of respect. Just all right, and he's pushing against you. Roll another one. Yep, that's still keeping up with the track of you pushing him down. Just like he's like
That's a pretty solid roll.
struggling.
Right.
He's struggling a little bit, but he's still looking at you like. Roll again. Natural 20. He pushes back and starts shoving you back up. He's keeping locked eye with you. Like, come on now, show me what you actually got. Go ahead. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were that. Yeah, that's 2 points back. So you move it right back to where you were, and you're just like you almost have his knuckles on the table. You're getting close. He's just staring at you. He's just like, one more, or we'll see if it's one more. Nope, that is one more, and you slam his knuckles against the table. Then his hand kind of goes free from yours. He looks down at his hand, looks at you.
She jumps up. I won!
He gives you a very slow nod. I'm impressed. Good on you. Holds out his hand.
She like wipes the blood from her lip before she shakes his hand.
So I think at this point, really, Cheshire is the only person to ever have beaten her in a fight.
So far.
Of
Yeah,
any
seriously.
kind.
But yeah, he shakes your hand. We'll have to talk later, but right now I think I need to go make sure my friends aren't killing each other. Oh no! He stumbles outside as you hear the going. Yeah, you start. Guard, please don't kill each other.
Kaleido turns to Cheshire and is like, "Oh my God, Josh, who do you think is gonna win?"
Oh, you already left.
Yeah, you left. You left before the
both
outside the
did.
building. She's outside the building.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you
Just
left
waiting.
before he dragged them out. So you were
They're
probably at
outside
least
where she is. Still.
where you
She's talking
had
about-
already
she's talking-
left. Before this fight had started,
They-
you had already said you left.
They're outside the building now.
Yes,
Yeah,
She's
we
talking
were
about the
walking away.
dwarves.
yes, and I'm saying
Dwarf.
that and I'm saying that before the fight happened
She
between
left
the
to be
dwarves.
inside, but she's outside now where the two dwarfs are still
I
fighting.
think she's
So-
saying
so you're
she's
saying you-
standing outside the inn.
So what you're saying is you left, and then instead of going to your destination, you stood there.
because she thought she didn't wait for her friends to catch up.
Oh, she thought they were all coming
And
with
Cheshire
her.
was there.
Oh yeah, Cheshire.
So
Cheshire
10
would've
minutes
told you
later.
not coming. Yeah.
I thought
Because I mean,
Alasha
I
wanted
was
to-
outside. I was outside with her, but
Okay. So
if
you three
she'd
went
been
out.
waiting, I would have waited too.
Okay, so then yes, you are just
Oh
watching these
my
two
God.
dwarves just cartoon style, like one
Because
of
she
them
wanted
has
to
one
wait
of
for
their.
Ellie.
Good, just making sure. I thought you had already
Just
taken
Ellie.
off without her, so that's why I was like, okay, I'm not
No.
sure. Yeah,
This
so
is actually
wait
some
for Ellie.
decent, like 10-minute entertainment.
yes, so you guys are watching as these dwarves have their left hand grabbing the other person's chest, and their right hand just punch, rock'em sock'em back and forth, and eventually
That
this
looks like fun.
this big Goliath guy comes out and he goes like, all right, guys, hold on a second. He grabs both their hands like, all right, on the count of three, and they're like,
It's like the one of our two cats.
3, go. He lets them. They both slam into each other's face again. They're like, he's like, all right, 1, 2, and he punches them both in the face. And they both go unconscious because they beat themselves.
Oh my god, I think he won actually.
He
Wow.
slowly picks him up, and he's just like, "I got
There's
this.
just
Don't worry, I
There's
got
this
it."
very rapid from the door.
Oh,
Ellie.
Kark's just
Ellie.
like-
Cheshire like thinks about clapping, and then he's like, "I'm not taking my arm out of this fucking jacket."
Yeah. Not worth it. Hashtag not worth.
Kaleido. She picks up Kaleido.
Oh,
What
Kaleido.
took you so long?
Oh, I got into an arm wrestling match with the big Goliath over there.
Alright.
Did you win?
Win.
I won.
Yeah.
Ah, Kaleido like paps her Ellie's arms and like
I pap
Glee.
like her ribs because that's about as far as I can reach.
This is as
touched her
high as we
tit.
can go.
Really
Uh,
no things. And Kaleido like points while Ellie's still holding her in the air.
By this point, the Goliath has dragged his friends back into the tavern.
Bye, mister.
Talk to you later if you're still in the inn by tomorrow evening. We're not leaving for a while, so take care
I
of
should
yourself.
be.
Good to hear. Hold on. Closes the door, and
Let's go.
as you guys are heading, Dove, you are following the directions, and as you're rounding a corner, you see them beginning to make their way away from the inn. So, Dove, you
Okay.
are with them as well, if you wish, or you can go into the inn.
Did I open that letter?
Up to you.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to open it.
So as you were walking, you open it up, and the son of a gun wrote a cipher.
Mm-mm.
Like as
Here's
soon as you
what-
open it up, you read through it, and you're just like, you've seen him use ciphers before, because he'll generally like start it with like a, you know how you start like a letter with like, "Dear this person." He will instead write a different word like salutations or good day or good evening, things like that. This one is not one that you've seen him use before. This one says, you presume that it's hello, but based off the way that it's written in Dwarvish.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Luckily for you, the rest of the letter is written in common, but since you can't read the Dwarvish greeting, you're not sure which cipher he used.
Can Kaleido help her decipher
You're not
that?
there yet. She's,
I mean, just in general, because Kaleido has the linguist feat.
technically speaking,
Um,
yes,
I
you
have
could.
I have the dwarven belt too, so you got two people who are willing to help.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I know you were jumping in with that,
What
but
does
yes.
it say in? What does it say in common?
In common, it's talking about how,
The petunias
been-
are in.
actually, it's I'm glad that we had a chance to meet. I had to do some stuff in the city. There was a shopping list I had to get through. I had to get some metal ore. I had to get some wood. I had to get some stone. This place is the best place for it. I love it. Looking forward to going northward to get some stuff done. Talk to you later. And then it just has a smiley face drawn at the bottom. Doesn't have a name. It just has a smiley face.
Okay, I'll neatly fold up that letter and put it back in the envelope.
All right, so you have that in your bag. So encrypted letter. That's what
Okay.
you have. And you have rejoined the party.
Oh, join.
Ellie hugs her.
Oh, hello.
Welcome back.
Hi,
We
everyone.
missed you for a while.
Yeah,
I won an arm wrestling contest.
Oh, congratulations. And she'll slightly tap her arm and then be like, yeah, I was going around doing more business stuff.
The fact that Ellie and Kaleido synced up is, quite frankly, the most beautiful thing.
Dove is just surrounded by women who love her.
She's gay, but anyway. But, did you guys find an inn for us to stay at all?
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, the one we're standing in front of.
Oh, I've actually approach the inn. I thought we were like meeting at a middle ground.
No, you are meeting at the inn. Like, as they're leaving, the Goliath and the dwarves are inside, so you don't see them, but you do see the party standing outside of an inn, looking like they're about to walk away from it.
Oh, okay.
Gonna go sell
in that
things.
case, I was gonna look up and go, oh, all right. I'll go pay for my own room. And
I already did.
No, we already did.
and she'll look back and be like, what?
Yeah, I paid for your room.
Oh, thank you. You really didn't have to.
I know I didn't, but you're my friend.
How much was it for a room?
Tell her. She's gonna want to pay you back.
I think
Okay.
it was. I mean, I'm not gonna take it. It was 2 golds in total for everyone plus food.
Oh, I know what's gonna happen now.
I'm not gonna take your money.
I would feel very guilty if you didn't allow me to pay you back.
Pay me back by hanging out with me.
Are you sure?
If you give me money, I'm just gonna put it back, and if you do it again, I'll put it in your mouth.
Aggressively shows affection.
That's somebody's kink.
But you're
I
right.
can't put money in my mouth. Jesus Christ.
right.
Take anything.
Really
Right.
same.
Is that a threat?
It is. Yes, it is. It's a threat, Dove. Dove, we're gonna go sell things. I mean, and then we're gonna go buy
I feel
things
like
from
you're
the
into
bookstore.
that, and that confuses me. Is this a kink? She's turning to Elisha.
No.
Yes, it is.
Moving on, and she is now walking away.
I was prepared to answer that.
I mean, the question is still in the air.
I
It's,
walk by and I like lightly pat her on the bicep and I say, "For some people."
Okay.
Karg
Maybe
is
not.
like, and we're moving along. We don't need to discuss
Kaleido.
this.
Kaleido really wants to sell things. She's 4'11", tiny Kaleido's leading the rest of the party.
Actually, while we are walking, she'll turn around to look at everyone since she's currently ahead. Do any of you know Dwarvish?
I do.
Okay, could you read something for me?
The bell does let me read it, right? Because I would assume.
You read and speak
Mhm.
Dwarvish, yes.
Okay.
And you have
I'm
more than
going
ample
to-
intelligence for it.
Open the letter, but have it so that I'm only showing her the parts that are Dwarvish, which is like the top.
It's
part
like a
that
kid that got like your parents have to fill this detention form, so you're only trying to show the sign here portion without showing the actual letter.
says. Yeah, kind of. Only it's the top because she doesn't want to show too much.
Right?
What's he say?
The part that's in Dwarvish, that one says, farewell. That is not a cipher that you've ever heard before, Dove, like when she
That's
says.
ominous. Sorry about that.
It
Pardon?
says.
I'm editing spells.
Okay.
Elisha breathes fire on the letter. No, she may not see it.
Bold view 2 Sumu's fire.
Anyways.
It says farewell at the top. Is that bad?
Farewell. And she's gonna look back down at the note and read through it over and over. Farewell? And she's like combing her fingers through her hair. And she starts walking away again.
Now Ellie's
Oh,
following like
no.
really close.
Dove, come back.
the back of your neck, you like picked up.
Oh my
Please don't-
gosh, is that language? I can help you like figure it out if it's like a riddle or something. Because I speak I mean, I don't look smart, but I speak a lot of languages. You know? Did you know that, Dove? Did you?
I did not. And you could probably tell that she's not really paying attention. Her eyes are glued to the letter.
Is it like a cipher or something?
I I don't know.
I can make those and I can help you like figure them out if you want.
So Cheshire sits you down.
I suppose I'm gonna need the help.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so much fun.
What are his other ciphers? Don?
What is other what?
Ciphers.
The ones that you are aware of include good morning, good evening, salutations, and who are you?
Who are you?
Yes. Who are
Fuck
you is your
you.
favorite
Fuck
because
me.
everything that's read in it sounds like it's basically written in such a way that nothing is supposed to make sense.
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you? Why are you reading this?
So, wait, so like all of the certain ones have certain patterns, certain
Yes.
meanings to them.
Yes.
Yeah. What are the others' meanings?
The others' meanings, it's.
He
break
should
out my
DM
cipher
you
stuff.
that later.
Yeah, I can try and break down some of that stuff for you more out of character.
Okay.
The main
that's
one
fine.
is salutations.
Mhm.
Is essentially saying that in the letter, those ones are usually the longest ones that are meant to look like they're written very elegantly. You would read the first part of the word starts with an S, and then you go a number of letters equaling salutations, and then where the second S would be, you start with that letter, and it's usually a very short message, but it's a very long letter to get through.
Okay. All right. So it's something like that. All right.
Yes.
In that case, guess what Dove's gonna stress over now?
I had to give you a challenge.
You feel this very faint poking to your shoulder.
Yes.
You're gonna go gray if you stress over that all day.
I don't really have another choice.
You could put it down for an hour and hang out with me like you promised.
I thought that's what we were going to do.
You're
Where are
walking
you
and
guys
talking, by
heading
the way.
anyways? Yeah.
Are we there
Right
yet?
now,
Are we
I'm
there
just
yet?
walking in a direction. I'm like, what? Was there a place you guys were going to go?
We were going to sell some stuff, but your heart's not in it.
I apologize. I just. Why both have to make this so cryptic?
Can you put away the letter for a bit, please?
All right. And she'll put the letter away.
She's gonna hug Dove.
The rest of the trip, Kaleido's gonna talk to Dev about like a couple of funny birds she saw on the way to the city.
Perfect.
Good distraction talk.
Yeah. Dove will help her indulge in that talk. Probably point out some funny birds she's seen before too.
That's so cute. I love this.
Right.
Cheshire's.
Wait.
Oh.
I'm gonna DM Dawn something. Go ahead, Butters. I almost called you Shuffle. Holy shit!
Cheshire's head is more on a swivel than normal. I'll say that.
Understandable.
I'm making a mental note of that.
Kaleido
some
notices and
birds.
starts to swivel with him.
Oh,
To see what he's seeing.
Spin my head right round.
It just kind of looks like he's
Are you-
looking through the city.
There you go. I DM'd it to you.
Starts to hurt after a
Only
few
a
seconds and
nature
she
check.
stops.
Paris.
Because there's so much shit she could have potentially hunted, so I had to ask. 16.
Not hunted. You were not allowed on those hunts. But I will say that you've seen one or two. Well, actually, no, just one. Only one. DC was 15. But you have seen one, and it was big.
I've seen a funny bird. Well, I thought it was funny.
Oh my god, what kind of funny bird?
It was really, really big. Like, you see that building over there? That big one
Yeah.
is a bit bigger than that.
What?
Sometimes,
What kind of bird is that?
sometimes some of the more older hunters, they'll go with my dad on hunting trips, and they bought one back.
What? Oh my gosh, Dad! Did you know that there was a big bird like that?
I think they call it a rock.
Did I know there was a big bird like that?
Yeah, have I heard of these?
You can all roll a nature check.
Cool.
With the theme of the story, Cheshire doesn't give a shit.
Yes,
supposed
Dove
to
has
be.
heard of it. Yes, Elisha has heard of it.
Woo! Fine.
No, you have not heard of that. This is blowing your mind. There's a
It is.
bird. There's no way. Could it be?
Fine.
She doesn't lie. Does she?
Cheshire lives by the adventure rule of nothing surprises me at this point. Even if I didn't know it, dude, there could be a toilet that attacks people and I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean,
Don't tempt me.
mimics are a thing.
Yeah, they are.
I've heard of a bird like that. A rock.
Rock? Yeah. Rock.
I ate its leg.
Oh.
We only hunt for food.
You ate its leg. Wait. What does it taste
Well,
like?
sometimes we hunt for fun, but something that big is usually for the tribe to eat.
What
That
did
makes
it
sense.
taste like?
Winter meals.
And I'm like furiously writing all this down.
Have you ever had turkey?
Yes.
Imagine that, but with the heft of
A cow.
I was going to say buffalo, but cow also works. I don't know if they've tasted buffalo before. You remember that when we had that buffalo? Oh man.
Yeah, it was kind of gamey.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
Okay.
got that gamey taste to it. They're,
I'm writing all of this down.
of course. It's really gamey. So it's thick strips of usually pretty white meat, but it just kind of breaks apart for you. But it's still got that gaminess to it. I was there too. I ate it as well.
Interesting.
I think that was before I met you.
Yeah, I felt the whole tribe. I was absolutely going to have a piece of that.
Am I still in front of the whole group?
You're amid them, or you can be in the
cool,
cart.
'cause I don't know where I'm going.
Because there is a mule pulling your cart, which also I did give you a sheet if you wanted to put your items on the cart.
Would you have a
Yes, Lord,
mule?
please. I need to put these.
Yes.
No, wait. I still
Yeah.
need to put them on there officially.
What's that
Again, if
mule's
you
name?
ask Ellie, she's more than willing to be your pack mule.
I know, but we have a literal pack mule.
Yes, which the reason for that was when you had
I'm
woken
stronger
up,
than that. No.
when you were getting ready to hook up your animals, they gave you a mule instead of the horses.
That's fine.
I would have said goodbye to the horse.
Yes, they would have wickered and gently nuzzled against you. The skittish one, who never was able to succeed his wisdom saves, just kind of like looked away in shame because and Karg just like tapping his finger in the background, staring at it, just like, we've had our talks. You'll get better. Believe in yourself.
Does this mule have a name?
You are never told its name.
My gosh, we should name it Samuel.
Park, what's its name? Talk to it.
All right, hold on. Give me some time. I'll find out its name. Just 10 minutes.
If it
Are we there yet?
doesn't have a name, I would like to name it if you don't mind. And
Sure.
she's like kind of pulling at the coat that she's wearing.
Karg spends 10 minutes ritual casting it. The streets pass by. There's a surprising number of bird sounds and stuff. People are moving around. It's a thick, busy street. More wildlife starts kind of showing up, and you actually see that there's part of the inner wall. As you're getting closer to it, it's a little bit in shadows currently, but that's also because it's where sunrise is. There is a section of it that is covered with wood life, trees, and almost like a big grove that's grown up and up, like an orchard within the city. That's
Ooh.
surprisingly easy to miss because of the fact that it is so far in one corner. And in front of it, you actually do see that there is a very dark tower with mirrors that are shining light onto the trees.
Spooky.
Where's the monkey?
On me.
Yeah, it's on her.
All right.
It was it hopped off her shoulder when she was arm wrestling, but it hopped back on. She's
I've been hearing this monkey since like
yeah.
last session.
Yeah, but Jaren has been hopping between the two of you. It wants to stay near the two strong people that it loves. Eventually, Karg does finish his Speak with Animals ritual casting. He asks the mule, and the mule like looks backward and like makes us. And Karg just kind of stares at it for a moment, just like he says he doesn't have a name. He doesn't really pay attention to names given to him, but if we're nice to him, he'll take whatever name we give him. So
Alright.
that's the thing.
What you want to name it, Dove?
Don't I said something to you in DMs that kind of affects this decision?
Ooh, hold on.
Relating to a dog, I'm just gonna grow.
I'm still looking around for stray animals.
Make another perception check.
My good rolls went to my athletics.
Oof.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to give you 3 of his other aliases.
Okay.
All of them related to dogs.
Oh, and one more.
There's Mass Teeth. There's Colleen.
Shepherd.
I think it's just Shep. I think Shep would be more of his from what I know about him. Gruff.
Oh my god.
I think I'll.
Ooh, I have a question.
Hold on. Say it again.
Who?
Her. Emmy.
Oh, okay. I think I'll name him Geovis.
Is that one of the aliases of your boyfriend?
No. He's not my boyfriend.
How'd you know we were talking about him, huh? Huh?
I've only been heard him described as your boyfriend.
That's why everyone keeps describing him as my. We're not together.
But you like him.
He is strictly my boss.
And?
Insight check.
Oh, forbidden romance! Oh my gosh.
Originally, he was supposed to be strictly my healer, and she, like, points to Karg.
Things happened.
You're free to do an insight check
You're
if
free
you
to do
want.
an insight check, yeah.
Cheshire doesn't give a shit.
But
Well, that needs to be a shirt.
Oh,
press X to doubt.
my god. She looks. Actually, what would be the? What would be the DC? Don.
Given that we know how we
Yeah.
are, yeah, what kinda?
Hold on. Let me see if you beat them. I will roll it for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
You shouldn't let me roll things for you. I rolled a natural 1. They can see right
Oh,
through you.
Alright, yeah, alright, hold on. I will describe. So, she's honest. They're
Yep.
not together,
Yep.
but it's very
she
clear
wants
she
that
has
dick.
more than just business
Professional
feelings for him.
Mhm.
If not romantic, absolutely very strongly platonic.
Going
With the way Dove is, I'm going to guess romantic. I'm just throwing that out there.
Mhm.
You can guess romantic. It's either or.
Let's use staff of flowers as their main concentration. So I can do.
Ellie just kind of leans in with a grin and just nudges her with her shoulder. Eh, eh, eh.
Fuck who you want to fuck. I don't give a shit. Just
Wait.
don't give your STDs to me.
Yeah, give me 1 second, Kaleido.
Pardon?
I was just saying where I came from.
Where I come from, sometimes they fuck in the trees.
Oh. Moving on.
To answer your question, Kaleido, the staff of flowers, technically speaking, does count as a quarterstaff. So technically speaking, if you were wanting to use it as a melee attack, yes, it would do the attack of a quarterstaff. So yes, that is
1d4 flower damage.
Oh my god.
1d4 floral damage.
So it does
Perfect.
1d6 damage with one
1,000.
hand, 1d8 with 2 hands.
How
And
painful would it be if you rolled a 1d1000 and still rolled a 1?
It would be
My
like
luck.
Can we do it right now? Hold on.
lightly, not even lightly tapping it, like someone gently walks into it and their hair brushes against it.
That's like Shaggy, put your hair behind your ear.
Gosh.
How the fuck do I roll a
I rolled
What the?
1,000 and I didn't roll a 1.
That's
Hold
because
on.
you roll 1,000 d1000.
Hey, I rolled a 1.
Again, you're rolling
Excited happy rolls for
1,000
that.
d1000, not a singular d1000.
I know, I was just thinking.
How the fuck are you doing this?
In brackets.
Slash R
No,
slash
flat-
RD.
no.
Oh,
If you put it
oh,
in the flat brackets, and 2 flat brackets on either side, then put in like 1 d100, it'll put it in the little box.
Well, no, Guru, the reason I did that is it counts like if it'll be red if one of those numbers was a 1.
That's true.
So I wanted to see how long it would take for that box to be red.
Two
Over
rolls for-
1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, one of them was in over that. That's a lot of rolls, man.
Yeah, it is, and I don't want to imagine rolling that many times. I'm Gucci.
I understand,
But
but yes, Mia, I was actually about to jump into that. Speaking of flowers, you
Oh!
do see that.
The roll. My strays.
Yeah, I know. You are starting to see more animals. No cats yet, but you see a few dogs here and there. They don't look gaunt. They actually look decently well-rounded. You see
Okay.
a few birds kind of flying from tree to tree. This is a dwarven city, you know. They're kind of like they've got more like bulldogs and pit bulls, thicker, stouter looking dogs to match dwarves, I would imagine. But yeah, the dogs like that are kind of the dogs you see kind of roaming around. Mostly seeming to increase the closer you get to this section. As you finally come close to it, you actually see that as you've been going along, you're beginning to see a lot more flowers, like people with potted plants with flowers outside. And even with that, like a perception check, you actually hear a faint buzzing sound off in the distance as well. As you get closer, you see that this entire area is devoid of any other buildings besides the tower, which is attached to a fairly reasonably large building, like almost the size of a keep. And in front of it, the gates are completely open, and you see a few other people just kind of wandering in and out. There's a pair of dwarves who are sitting outside of it. One of them is on a rocking chair with a crossbow across his lap and just a quiver of crossbow bolts within arm's reach. But he's got a pipe in his mouth. He's just rocking back. He sees you guys approaching, reaches up a hand and gives a little wave. Hey there. How y'all doing this fine day?
Quite alright, thank you.
You're doing
Can you
great.
repeat who is in front of us right now?
A dwarf who is sitting in a rocking chair with a crossbow across his lap and a very long pipe in his mouth, which he takes out and kind of excuse me, sorry about that. How can the Route Guild be of assistance to y'all today?
We were hoping to
I'm back.
sell a few animal parts that we had acquired.
Oh, really? What kind of animal parts you looking? I shouldn't be asking that. I wouldn't know how much they're worth. Head on inside. They'll be able to discuss that more with you in there.
Thank you.
Oh, if you're curious, it's this. Pulling the rib off my back.
Pulling the ribs out.
Nice bones in there, but like I said, I don't know nothing about bones. I'm just here to hunt things. I bring this stuff back.
You hunt?
I hunt. Yeah.
Can we talk after I sell this?
I don't see why not. Puts a pipe back in his mouth and just blows out.
I would just like to point out that A, when she put her stuff away, Ellie switched into the dress that Elastic bought, and B, about probably halfway through after she hugged Dove and everything sheared back up, Ellie is essentially skipping. Not quite there, but
bouncing in her step.
yes.
Okay. So you are in the dress rather than the armor at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
He looks you over, just like once over, just like, I see you're in your city slicker clothes.
What's a city slicker?
A city slicker means that you're too busy getting yourself all dirtied up in a city rather than actually getting out and cleaning yourself off in the actual wilds, if you catch my drift.
No. No.
Don't worry. When you go inside, you'll see a little bit more of it. Don't worry. It'll help clear things up a bit more.
Okay, mister. Let's go, everyone. Let's go sell things. Let's get money.
You look at the guy. Do you people have like wanted posters hung up in there?
You looking to be a bounty hunter?
Interested in seeing who's wanted and who's not?
If you're worried about a sibling or something like that, there's a kind of leans forward and kind of points to the back. Wanted posters in the back by the job board. There's a few problems that pop up and arise every now and then. You might be able to get yourself some good coin doing some of that work. Granted, you gotta get licensed by the guild before you can get paid, otherwise you're just doing yourself a disservice. Might as well be kind enough to tell you that up in advance.
That's where Cheshire will start heading. He ain't got nothing to sell, man. Unless they want an unfinished mask.
This is true. Alright, so you head towards the boards, and you all start heading towards the selling points.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you all head in. There is almost like walking from a city into a village within the city, because this place is very different toned. Like everything out there is like stonework is predominant there. There's a lot of things that are made like just out of the stone that was probably there pre-existing. This has a lot more natural like lumber as well as stone. Like there's stone buildings for sure, but there's a few that actually have lumber to them as well. There's animals that are just kind of roaming around in the background, as well as a few people walking around with different creatures varying from cows to mules to cats to dogs to horses to
Puppy.
a person who is a dwarf you see actually with a giant rabbit just scratching it under its chin.
I will tell the group where I'm going, by the way. I'm not just bouncing like
Of
that.
course.
I'm gonna tell them.
Okay, so Kaleido's looking to sell some of her alchemy fire.
Okay.
Is there like a potion place where she could get, or is it just like a certain area that sells everything?
There's different places for different things. If you're looking to
Okay.
sell items from animal parts, there is a place with a bone and a sword. If you're looking to sell like potions and stuff, there's a sign that has two potions on it.
She's going over there. She's going over there, boys.
Okay, so you're going over there. Anyone else is going to the bone and sword,
Sounds like it.
Well, I'm going.
and you're
wherever
going to the board, of course.
Where's the bun? Where is the bun?
You are looking at the bun. The bun is towards the market district. It when I say it's like a giant rabbit, it means it's a small creature. It's not a medium creature.
It's like the
But
literal giant rabbit in real life. That
yes.
big thing that's roughly like a Maine Coon sized cat.
Yes, it is probably like nose to tail, 2.5 feet long.
I'm
Almost
dragging Kari with me.
Car's just like, all right, so we're gonna sell this stuff. as he's dragged along.
Bunny.
Yes, I'm going to the Bone and Sword by myself.
Elisha, oh,
Elisha, come here, please. Please.
I'll just, while walking by Lasha, I'll go, I'm heading to that board.
Alright.
At least take Elisha's hand and is like, it's
Dragging
it's
two of
not. No, it's not like she's dragging. With Karg, she just straight up pulls him, but with Elisha, it's like gentle tugging, like, please.
Oh, that's so cute.
She knows she could rip my arm out of my socket. I appreciate that.
Well, it's more like she knows that she can drag Karg without any issue, but she doesn't know her limits with you just yet.
I will acquiesce and go and see the rabbit.
Thank you.
So you
She hugs her
guys.
before she starts walking.
Yep. Where's Dove in all this?
I was probably looking for something.
Yes, you are in a place where you can buy stuff. You are currently looking at. There's a lot of different places, ranging from a few places. Like there's a place with a shield and a tree. There's a place with a sword and a bone. There's a place with a skull and crossbones. There's a place with 2 potions. There's several boards, as well as a desk that is somewhat nearby it, with an overhang to kind of shade it, as well as a market district, which 2 of them are being dragged to because Ellie saw a giant bunny.
Okay,
You,
typical stuff in my party.
Just so you know, you see Cheshire going towards one of the boards.
Yep.
And
Hey,
Kaleido
Dawn.
went to a potion place.
And yes, Paris.
How cold is it where you are?
Where I am currently?
Yeah.
IRL?
Yes. Mom wanted me to deliver a message for you to keep your water pipes open so they don't freeze.
Thank you. That's very good information to have. I will remember this.
Would I any of good bark stuff that Wolf chews on?
Possibly in the tree and shield. Which
Alright,
you don't know
I'll
the
go-
names of them because none of them are labeled.
I'll examine every part, but that one's definitely the first go-to.
Okay, so
Get
We
those
are-
potions.
we are
Potions.
heavily splitting the party.
Luckily, we're all roughly in the same area.
You're in the same area,
Yeah.
at least.
And
So
as soon as Cheshire gets done with his thing, he's just, whatever person in the group he sees first, he's
okay, so Kaleido, since you were jumping at the bit to get this done first, we'll go take care of you real quick. Are you selling all of your alchemy fire?
I'm selling 2 of them.
Okay. The person is going to let me roll this real quick. See how much he knows about alchemy fire.
My fire, this stuff is like really hard to make, so it's probably like really valuable.
I mean, if you're really looking forward to making something
Almost-
like this, I can let me examine this real quick.
I almost died while making this.
I'm sure you did. That's the point of alchemy fire. Oh, yes.
We're on a cart with a horse and everything. We all could have died, but don't worry, I did it. It was okay.
Why didn't you wait until you were stopped moving? You are silly lash there.
By the way, this is a dwarf, but he's very gaunt. Looks a bit more, a little bit stouter in just like the belly rather than the arms. Probably more of a hill dwarf than a mountain dwarf. But he's just looking over.
I'd say you, alchemy fire.
This quality. Takes out a little thin strip of metal, puts it in, pulls it out, just kind of stares at it, drip for a second.
That's actually some fruit. That's not bad at all. I'd say I can give you 10 gold a bottle.
Yes, absolutely.
How many bottles do you have?
2.
Out of character. No.
She has 3 right
She
now.
has 3, so
but like
she's
she's
selling
selling 2 of them.
Ah.
So he
She's also going to sell her potion of climbing.
potion of climb. Really now? Let me take a look at that. He holds it up to the light, just kind of turns it over and says, "That is genuine. I can appreciate that. Now, what we can do here is we can either do one of 2 things. Obviously, if I wanted to, I could just pay you in gold, but as you and I know as creators of such fine amenities, we can trade something if you'd like.
Oh, what do you have?
I got a few potions myself. Hold on a second. He grabs a few potions to show off to you. potions he has are a potion of animal friendship, is what he says it is. A potion of healing. And those are the two that he offers to you. He's like, I could make you some more, but unfortunately, there's not too much I've really got on stock right now. I've been making lots of potions of animal friendship for a while now. It's really helped out with the indigenous wildlife, because I need some the stuff in the forest actually to be able to make some of this stuff. Granted, it's more just herbs and stuff like that.
That sounds super neat, but unfortunately, I'm like not looking for that kind of stuff right now. Can I have gold for the potion of climbing?
Well, that's more than fair. I can offer you. I can offer you 15 gold for that if you like.
15? Did you say?
15, yeah.
15.
Roll insight,
sure
see if he's
about
fucking you
that?
over.
Are you sure, mister? I gave you an awful nice price for that alchemy fire. Can I please persuade you to give me like 100 for it? Because potions of climbing are like super uncommon. Deal this one and I almost died for it. Can I roll for persuasion? Please let me roll for persuasion, Don. I'm begging you.
With disadvantage. Because I already have 3 of them. I know how to make them myself. You can still roll it if you like.
Yeah, no, that's a 10, so that's a 17.
17, okay, 1 second here.
That's a 27. 17 v 27. 17 v 27, yeah.
You did give me a good price for the alchemy fire. I can bump it up to, say, 18 gold.
Something tells me you're like underselling it to me, so I think I'll keep it.
Oh no, I'm not underselling it to you. I'm selling it at you a very good price. I need to make a profit as well, you see.
Well, it's not profitable for me. I mean, we could have easily like reached a conclusion because like potions of climbing are. But that's okay. I'll see you later.
Again, they're not that hard to make. I think you're overestimating how much potion of climbing's value is, but all right.
Have a good day. She passes him. I think she has. Does she have a ration on her? Somebody else. Never mind. That was a different character from a different campaign that has a ration.
Has one single ration.
Clarity has 10 of them, and I thought Kaleido was Clarity for a second because they have
No.
similar names.
You also have 10 of them.
Yeah,
Every pack starts with 10 days worth of.
And 50 feet of rope. Well, most of them have
Oh.
rope, some of them don't.
So do I have a ration that I can give him then?
If you want to give him a ration.
Do. I slide it across. She slides it across the table, and she's like, "You look kind of thin, and I want to make sure you're like eating okay. So please take this."
Are you coming on to me?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're too short for me, but I just like
Oh.
thought you looked kind of like thin.
Well, I appreciate you at least trying to look out for me. Here's your 20 gold for the alchemy fire. I'll take those from you. I appreciate it very much.
She like runs away. She like skips away, and she's gonna also sell her quarterstaff. She
That's
sell that in a
currently
different area?
That's currently in Jaren's possession.
Oh, you're right. Okay, she gave it to him. I forgot.
And he kind of just picked it up, but yes.
Jaren stealing everyone's shit.
I mean,
That's
it's Jaren.
fine.
He gets away with it because he's adorable.
Yes, this is actual facts. But you get your 20 gold.
Do.
I was going to go to Dove next, but Dove currently is having an issue that is being taken care of by herself, so hopefully she feels better. And we will go to Ellie and Elisha with Karg next.
Fun. Can I touch the bunny?
Yep.
That's my only goal in life right now.
They let you touch the bunny. Are you looking to buy something like this? We gotta,
I don't think I have enough money to buy a bunny.
it's quite possible. I mean, unless you're looking to buy it for food, which most people tend to say that they're.
No!
Well, hey, no need to yell at me. I'm just saying that some people do, but that depends on the person.
She's like hugging the bunny to your face. No! Don't eat the bunny.
How big is the bunny?
It's a giant bunny, so it's about 2.5 feet long. So it's a big bunny.
It's not the giant size category. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
It's like a giant.
Ellie would have passed out from sensory overload.
I'm back.
Welcome back. You okay?
Welcome back.
Yeah, it's just a nosebleed, but still, out of nowhere,
yeah.
I just went my nose. It's just a bunch of blood, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
Okay, not cool.
that's not cash money."
I hope you feel okay. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah,
No, that was very
if I sound
uncashed money.
stuffy, I actually just have a tissue on my nose, so
Just don't tilt your head back.
yeah, I know.
Okay, now I have to ask, how much would the rabbit be?
If you're looking to, this is a very sizable bunny. We've been trying to raise it and cultivate it properly, and you just hear Card just be like, "We're going to be on the road. We're not going to be able to take care of it. Are you sure about this?"
I want a pet.
Have the monkey.
Jaren just like looks offended. You're not there, obviously. You're in a different area.
Darren, you're not a pet. You're a companion, though.
Like just pats your face gently. I mean, it's going to be around 50 gold.
Do you have anything else as a pet?
For less than 50 gold. Kind of looks around. What's your price range?
I don't know. It depends on when I can sell some stuff. But currently, maybe... I mean, since Mr. Logic over here to point things out, maybe a dog?
One of us has to be. Our dog? I suppose if you come back, I mean, it's not my stand. He points down the way, and there's a few dogs that are kind of just bouncing around, being dogs. But he's like, if you're going to go talk money with him, I'd suggest selling some stuff first.
Come on, Elisha, we can go sell our bones.
Okay.
That sounded really good.
Oh, no. Not our bones specifically. This bone. And again with the rim.
Okay. Just kind of nods slowly.
Ellie picks up Elisha, puts her on her shoulder, and starts walking back to the shop.
What?
We're going to go sell the bones real quick.
All right. This is a new vantage point. I mean,
I can carry you like this more often if you want.
I'll think about it.
It could be fun. I'll put you on that shoulder and Clyde on the other. And then it'll look like I have two of you.
It will.
That would be interesting.
Come on. Come on, Card.
I'm still right here. Just walking right next to you. Alright, looks like we're...
Oh, no!
What?
I forgot something. Genuinely forgot, and technically by your rules now, Ellie forgot.
Oh.
They never gave me my T-Rex leather.
They never gave you your T-Rex leather?
Yeah.
I wanted some of its hide, and one of the smiths said they would give it to me as leather, and I said okay.
Yeah, so they gave it to you.
Yeah, they gave it to you. It's in the cart.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Which make sure you mark that down in the cart as 25 pounds of T-Rex. Actually, no, 25. I'm sorry, 35 pounds of T-Rex leather.
I got it.
Thank
Is
you.
the cart beside us or is the cart back at the end?
You have access to the cart sheet.
No, I know.
So,
I'm
I mean,
saying
that
is the
would
actual
depend.
cart.
What, did you want to bring it with you?
I wanted to bring 15 pounds of it. Yeah, I wanted to sell some of it.
Then you can have had the cart with you.
35
Okay.
pounds, you said?
30.
30
I
pounds?
thought is what he said.
35 pounds, yes.
Okay, so 35, yeah.
pounds. Gotcha.
All right, so you guys do have the leather.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go sell our stuff. Get back to the shop. She's
All right.
bouncing again.
As you are going to the shop is a little ways past the boards, and you just see Cheshire just looking them over.
Hi, Cheshire!
You
He
see
fought.
anything interesting on this thing?
Make an
On the board?
investigation check.
Oh, wait, was that
It's
it?
that. It's that hectic.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on this board.
Can I look over his shoulder and see if I see anything for him, too?
Making a... I mean, if you're just glancing at it, I'd say make a perception check. If you're actually trying to stand there and investigate it, you can investigate it.
Perception is better than my investigation.
Yeah, so you can just quickly glance it over. Okay. Cheshire, you're just kind of like spacing out a little bit,
Can I investigate it?
if you want to.
I can't see from this new vantage point very well.
No. You're trying to peek over her shoulder, you're just trying to shift. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get there. But you are all looking at it. There's various different things that are asked and discussed, like people asking for help. The board that he's currently looking at has a couple different faces, ranging from the face of a fire genasi wanted for arson,
Makes sense.
a water genasi wanted for murder. Supposedly they drowned someone.
The in person is also a water genasi.
So you have seen a water genasi before. A earth
Yeah, but does it
genasi,
look like the person on here?
supposedly wanted for burglary. And
Is it the person that was on our card?
Sedem? No.
That'd be funny.
That would be hilarious, but no. And an air genasi is on this board. There's a few other genasi on the board. They actually seem to be the majority.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a lot
weird.
of racial profiling towards.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, these
like, you're
people
covering all
don't
the
really
bases
like
here.
Genasi.
Yeah.
There are maybe like 2 or 3 dwarves and 1 drow,
Mm-hmm.
as well as Ellie. You notice this because you actually find it to be the oddest one in one of the corners, like in one of the top corners. So probably not in a place where someone like who is smaller could put it. There is also the wanted poster of a halfling.
I'll look that one over.
The image is that of a halfling woman. Face looks very plain, but from the way that the person drew her eyes, like it looks like they were trying to like make her either look more emotional or more emotionless. You're not sure what they were going for. It just kind of looks awkward with their eyes. But it says that she is wanted for assassinations of one of the Stone Guild members. More information wanted.
But I've seen, like, looking over the board, but I've seen any familiar face. Like, I glanced and noticed someone in the crowd.
With your perception check, just looking over these pages, all these faces are new.
I'll talk to somebody. Come sort of some of the pages are even covered up at this.
Some of
Like,
them,
can
yeah,
I
you're
just
just like
kill-
pushing them to the side.
do a-
No
Yeah,
familiar
I'll just give
faces.
him a like. Could I like search through these one by one if you don't mind, or no? It's hard when it's so clustered. I'll just like stop somebody that looks to be part of the game.
Yeah, just go ahead. I mean, just don't, remove them from the board please. Just move him to the side if you need.
Actually,
That's what Cheshire will start doing.
about this one,
Yeah?
is it possible? What does it mean? More information wanted. Does it mean they want to know more about her, or we can ask for more information?
Both. We don't have a lot of information about her specifically. She actually, we got a word from her from someone else. Apparently, they were involved with some inquiry or something like that, where some people were getting into some kind of a tussle or tizzy. I don't remember exactly what it was.
I have to ask. Can I take this?
Are you?
I want to look into this.
I'd suggest talking to the person at the desk there. Make sure you're licensed before you start heading out to take care of something like that.
Alright. So walk over to the desk.
Okay. You walk over to the desk, and the person behind the desk is a. Pull up my notes here.
She taps the law. She's like, sorry, just. There's something about that poster that I have to look into.
All right.
Yep, there we go. The person behind the desk is a dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just a golden sheen of his scales as he kind of glances up at you.
Well, hey there. How you doing this fine day? You looking to sign up to become a bounty hunter, a monster slayer, a fiend catcher? What you looking for?
Since I the term, I guess bounty hunter if I want to be able to take that job over there.
That's
My
all right.
source
Don't
of
worry.
board.
With the pass that we offer for you to be part of the guild encompasses all of those things, so you wouldn't have to be cherry picking. We're not gonna force you into that, but we're also not gonna force you to take missions. You just gotta, keep uptake with the guild if you catch my drift.
I gotcha.
Yep. So let me take a look here. I'm gonna need to make sure I got a second copy before I just let you take. Oh, you're looking. Yeah, no worries about that. We still need to find her name. Seems to have been scratched off or removed sometime. We'll have to find that out. That's okay. No worries. So you were looking to join the guild?
I suppose so.
That's good. That's good. In order to get a pass, the cost of the pass is 2 gold. I'll pull up this right here. Here's some documentation. He pulls out some papers, and this right here is a bracer that you put on your arm. Obviously, that's what bracers are meant for. But it's a way that you can show yourself in other cities to be part of our guild. People can trace you back to Borim, and from there we can let other people know that you're coming if you're in need of assistance. Granted, not everyone respects us the same way as they do here. We're in Borim, we're kind of a big deal, but outside, other people from other towns might not be so happy with you. But at the same time, it's just how things be. You feel me?
She'll take the bracer. A lot of people look at me weird anyway because I live in the woods.
I'll take one of those as well.
Alright. Yes, like I said, just 2 gold.
All right. I'll pay him the 2 gold.
Alright. With that, by the way, you can essentially attest to other people's assistance with it, but in the end, you'll be the one who's paid for it. Just keeping that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
What's
and
that?
just to follow this right here, he basically hands you a sheet of papers, which you're looking over. It's a lot of pages with basically just sign here.
Mm-hmm.
She'll go through the paperwork.
Elisha, you're probably going to be able to read and understand it more. Roll, let's say, just a quick intelligence check to see how much you catch before signing anything.
Okay.
14 is more than good enough. Quickly looking it over, basically it's saying we of the guild are not responsible if you are maimed, if you die. We will cover dental, but we will not cover grievous
nice.
injuries to your person.
There is no sick leave. You work when you're ready to work. That's why they don't cover previous injury, because, if you're injured and they have to pay for it, that's not how it works. But if you were lost in battle, we cannot attest to where you are at, so therefore we cannot pay for any funeral rites. That being said, if you bring back parts, you'll be able to get a discount if you're looking for lodging. Speaking with the lodge master will probably get you a more likely chance of finding rooms in various cities, and it actually has a list of the cities as well. So if you wanted to get a copy of that, he will give you a copy of that.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind in your spare time at some point.
I'll send that to you later.
For me. Thanks.
No worries. And essentially that's the very basic gist of it, not going into the full details, but just letting you know just some of the little nuances of what they put in it to make sure that they were covering themselves as well as covering you.
This all seems rather standard. Alright.
Doggy.
While they're doing that, Cheshire's legit going through every single one by one.
Of course.
I'm gonna take the halfling poster and start heading towards the shop like we planned.
Yep. And he does have another one, so he lets you take it. All right.
Thank you.
Finally getting to the shop.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Better late than never.
So you're selling 15 pounds of T-Rex hide and the bone as well as the teeth. How many teeth?
I'm
5
selling
teeth.
3
Oh.
teeth.
3 teeth. So 3 teeth, 1 rib, and 15 pounds of leather.
No, well, we each got our own amount of teeth, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, how many teeth
So
are you
you
selling?
I'm selling 3, but she's selling 5.
because I have 10 teeth on me.
I want 1
With
tooth
Slytherin.
for a keepsake.
So how many teeth are you selling in total?
8, sounds like.
So 8 teeth, 1 rib, and 15 pounds of leather. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Alright, so in total, the person offers you 30 gold.
Can I tell they're shortchanging me?
Insight check. And Karg will assist you unless you want to assist him.
I'll assist him. His wisdom's higher.
I will do my own individual insight check.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
Okay. Woo!
Not bad at all. Insight. Yeah, you're doing a little bit better than him. Karg's kind of like, it sounds like a good deal. Elisha, the person's good, but they're probably shortchanging it a little bit. Probably just because, they need to be able to make something with it to actually turn a profit, and they're trying to add up other expenses and stuff. It may also be just a miscalculation. They're not like using an abacus to check their prices or anything. They're just throwing out a number.
Would you mind double checking that amount for me? This certainly wasn't easy to acquire.
I can certainly check. Hold on a second.
Thank you.
Hobbles back, and you see him actually pull out an abacus. He sets it down, just slides them over, and goes click, 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 click. No, that's for. You said 15 pounds. Hold on, put it on the scales. I need to verify that, please. You put it onto a. It's a big scale, by the way, like a big deep dish. So you put it in, and he puts in a. He actually uses mage hand to reach over and grab little 10-pound blocks. He puts one in, and he's like, "Oh, you said 15." Grabs another block that's a little smaller. 15 pounds. So click, 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 click. So you got 8 teeth. I'll put those on as well. That's another. My apologies. I did my math a little bit wrong. I 8 plus 8 plus 9, and plus that's a big rib. I could probably make 42 gold. My apologies. I miscalculated how much the rib was worth.
You're okay.
Quite alright, it happens to the best of us.
Thank you for keeping me honest. I'll throw in an extra 3 gold just because I shouldn't have shortchanged it from the start.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. We've been really busy lately. I've been trying to keep up with everything. I've been losing some sleep.
Will this man allow me to hug him?
He'll let you hug him. He just
What? Is it still the Dragonborn, or is this a new guy?
new guy. This is a dwarf.
Okay.
He's a very, again, another more stout than strong looking one. Probably another hill dwarf from the look of
Okay.
him. He lets you hug and just kind of like just gently reach up. You just see just this little hand just reach up and go pet 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 on her arm. And as you break the hug, he's like, "Yeah, sorry about that. We've just been dealing with a few other sales and creation type stuff where we're trying to get this done as quickly as we can. It's been
You're okay.
hectic.
You make mistakes.
Appreciate it. But yeah, here, put the bone with the other stuff on the scale. I'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shh. 1, 2, 3. Just counts it out for you. Shh. Slides it over. 42 gold. Sorry, I don't have a bag for you. I'm still working with some of the leathers I got. I haven't been able to work any of the deer hide lately. We've just been back to back.
Out of character, Guru, wouldn't that be 45? Since you said plus 3 gold on top
Yeah.
of that. So you
Puts down
said
42.
42 though.
He puts down 42.
And
And
Next
an
is-
additional 3.
Oh, son of a... Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. He grabs another 3. 1, 2, 45. There we go. Oh, my God. I'm... Oh, Moradin's beard. Please
If
keep
you
me
want-
safe from tangles.
I
If
like
you
pat the
want
back
help-
of his hand and I say,
It's quite alright.
I'm sorry.
If you want help around the shop, I can come back later and help.
It's not... It's just... Again, I'll be okay. I promise I'll be okay. I'm just a little tired. That's all. I'm gonna get some sleep
can
tonight. I
make it up.
promise.
By pointing us in the correct direction to sell some weaponry.
Weaponry?
And armor.
Armory. Look for the tree and shield. We don't have actual names to these places. We just base it around what our symbolisms are. It helps make it so that you can just point to a place and be like, yeah, go to the place with the tree and shield. It makes things a little bit easier because when you see it, it's gonna be the tree and shield. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, is
Or
that also
armor.
the...
What?
And or armor.
They have some armor in there too. Most of it's meant for like druids and stuff, but you should be fine.
Is that the smithy as well?
Might be. I think there's an anvil and hammer a little ways away. No, it's the next door. Anvil and hammer's next door.
You...
Welcome. Good lady.
Okay,
Like her.
Elisha?
Mhm.
Can we go back to the bunny real quick? I want to see if I can get something. Please.
Alright. That's quite alright.
Out of character, how are we splitting this? I feel like you should get, well, seeing as it was your hide, you should get.
I'll let you two discuss that, and I'm going to go over to Emmy real quick.
Okay.
So
I'll
Emmy,
take 40, you get 5 gold. Will that work?
Can I
So-
have 10?
So
So I'll take 35.
So while you guys are doing that, have headed in to the shield and tree. Kind of just knock on the door and open it up, and you see this place. As you're approaching it, like you see the shield and tree sign, and then you see above the actual building, growing out of it is a tree.
Oh,
And when you
Dove is
open the door,
blinking cow.
yeah, when you open the door, you realize it is not one tree, it is actually several trees that have apparently intertwined above this building. Because you see, like 2 rooms, like doorways, but they're grown from trees. And there's probably at least a good 6 trees that are growing up from this area, and they look like they're just getting bigger.
God damn. Okay.
Excuse me, yes, yeah, hello, yes, hello, how can I help you?
Hello. Interesting structure you have around you.
Oh,
And
yes,
she's
the druids have been
walking
working
around
on
and
it.
looking at the trees.
Yeah, by all means. While you're doing that, is there anything I can point out to you while you're taking care of that?
Do you have any chewing bark?
Chewing bark?
Yes.
Chewing bark. Yeah, I've got some chewing bark. Which kind? You're not looking for tobacco, are you?
No.
Oh, you're looking. Okay, so I know which bark you're looking for.
Would I know
Uh,
the specific kind of bark that?
You would know the specific kind of
Wolfwood?
bark, yes.
What kind? What is it?
It is a bark called. It's called daybark.
Daybark. Okay, I'd say it is called Daybark. Sorry, I should have been more specific.
Oh, daybark. Yeah, no worries. I've got He pulls out a little box, sits on the table. This will probably last you, if you're not, chewing on it all the time, which, granted, there's some people who will chew this nonstop, come back in. They can get to be such a mess. You only need a piece of it, and it doesn't last for too long, but it's good enough for what you need.
Of course.
2 silver.
All right, I'll put down 2 silver.
Takes the 2 silver and he passes it over.
Thank you very much.
All right. So you give that. And he's looking around. He's got he actually has a little bit of an armory as well. Most of it looks to be either made of wood or stone. The only things that are different is that you see a few darts that look like they're made out of mistletoe.
Darts made out of mistletoe. Oh, let's come about that because I'm curious.
Okay. You ask him about it. He kind of looks at it's from an old legend that we heard about once. We figured it'd be funny to have a few just in case. You get what I'm saying?
An old legend.
Just an old legend.
Out of character, Don, now I have to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Are you God of Warring this legend, quote unquote?
I mean, that's from the
Oh, it's
original Norse
Baldur.
mythology.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
Baldur.
That is literally from the Norse
I
mythology.
haven't read much Norse mythology, so all I can use as a basis is that game.
Yeah,
Was,
that is Norse mythology. That's literally part of Baldur's lore.
Yeah, his mom made everything on the earth take an oath that it would not kill him, but mistletoe was the only thing that refused to take the oath not to harm him.
Either that or she
So it's
missed
the
it.
only thing that can. Yeah, it's the only thing that can kill him, and that's why.
Did I know
the
that
dart.
already?
That's a good question. Would you know that?
You can roll religion to see if you know anything about it.
Yeah, sure. Fuck yeah. Bada bing, bada boop.
No.
Oh, damn!
Oh.
My heart goes out to you.
You're just like, this is different.
She thinks it's a legend that people wanted to smooch each other, but they didn't have any good reason to, so they're like, oh, mistletoe.
So you can't miss that kiss.
Right. Yeah. You know what? I'll take that as like that's her assumption. Be like,
All right, that's interesting.
Mhm.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. And she will leave and go to the next shop she sees to look around.
Next shop she would see would be the Hammer and Anvil.
I like the idea of everybody walking past Cheshire just going, hey Cheshire, as he's fucking like all right, put all the Ganassi on this side of the board, put all this one on
So
like
would I be
he's like
passing Cheshire?
he's going as far deep into like he's like doing them a favor and actually like making sense and like rearranging into like newest to oldest while getting like an actual thing going on.
Would I pass Cheshire as I'm going into the next shop?
It's literally next door, so no. You'd have to be
Okay.
going out to like the market to be actually going past him.
All right, that's fine. Walking into that shop then.
All right, so you walk into it, and it is a smithy.
I feel like Ellie would like this place.
And it has no armor, but it does have a few weapons. Most of it does not appear to be like great swords or mauls. This is like weapons specifically designed for going out and hunting.
Definitely something Ellie would like. All right.
I like how she acknowledges this.
She'll look around for a moment, like kind of smack her lips a little bit, and then just walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Not what I needed.
And then to the next door.
Aha, I see. Walks out.
I just imagine just Dove legit just going, yes. Well then, and just walking out.
Yeah,
Welcome to
basically
my
her.
shop. How can I? Okay, bye. No worries.
Bye. You sounded so sad. Go back in.
No, it's
Nah,
fine.
Dove isn't that kind.
That's understandable. But yes, you sell your hides, and as you walk over to the armor, you see Dove just kind of. Where would Dove have gone after this?
I don't know, wherever she sees next.
The next thing she
Does
would see
Dove
would
look
be.
lost?
The next thing you would see would be Cheshire looking over the board.
Alright. She'll pause as she's walking and then walk a little bit like, hello, Cheshire.
Hi.
What are you doing?
She's like watching him rearrange stuff.
Searching.
Looking for a job, I see. Is there anyone
One that's not
that I might know?
fucking biased or actually give a shit about.
Would I notice any interesting faces?
Amongst them, because the halfling was already taken, that one's not on there. You see.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You didn't do anything wrong. But yeah, there's one drow, which kind of is, it's the standard, drow did this, and it's like, well, to be fair, they don't have a name or anything except for basically as a sketch artist. And so it's like, well, it's not, super showy as to what this person looks like, so it may just be like, oh, yeah, it was a drow who did it. But yeah, you're not sure too much on that one. There's a few dwarves. The dwarves all have names, and when you look at the dwarf ones, like when you just kind of like turn one over, you see that it has the dwarf's name and the dwarf's lineage, as though to ensure that dwarf who has done this has disrespected all the names of their ancestors as well.
Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your family. Dishonor on your cow.
Essentially, yes.
Basically, what Cheshire's doing is like the far left is all the Ganassi, then the right will be the actual non-Ganassi. Because at this point, all of the Ganassi crap is probably just all biased.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
all of the Genasi, like, not all of them, some of the Genasi, like, do have names to them. Another thing you do notice is that most of, like, all the dwarf ones, like, look really, sketch artists have done pretty good at these. The Genasi, they have a certain, kind of different style almost. Also, roll an investigation check.
Can I use my home dice?
I'll let
me
you
or
use it.
both of
Both
us?
of you. Since you're both looking at them, I'll let you both.
Can I chew on the bark?
And chew on the bark first, yes.
Dirty 20. Girl.
Dirty
19.
20.
Brought up to plus.
Ooh.
So that gives me a +1 to my investigation, right?
Gives you advantage.
Oh, it gives me advantage.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, baby. This bark is the best thing I could ever get my hands on.
So go ahead and roll that advantage. 12.
Okay, fuck you.
Gotta get some more of that bark, baby.
you as soon as you put it in your mouth, you're like, yeah, got this. And you start chewing on it, and you almost swallow it, and you're like, oh, nope. This is why you use the pipe, right? Just the
Yeah,
tip,
what is-
right?
What does it taste like?
It is like
smells
it's like
Cinnamon.
a little bit. It's like a twisted taste between cinnamon and aspirin.
Okay,
Ew.
so as I'm chewing
Yeah.
on
Yeah, the
No, it
cinnamon
is.
it
She's
like kind of dilutes it.
it,
Yeah.
like
I was ready to this like,
Spicy medicine.
yeah,
just like this, like, while she's chewing it.
yeah.
yeah, she's like
Man, the noise you just make is legit the noise I make when I eat cough syrup.
That sounds about right.
Scissor.
I am going to whisper a thing to Butters.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, make sure you whisper right. I know I've whispered wrong before.
slash
No,
slash
I'm not
space
no, I'm not
double.
gonna put it in the chat. I'm waiting to send this to you. in
Oh,
DMs.
Oh, that means you don't even want the Twitch channel.
I
to see
don't even
it.
want the I don't even want Twitch to see this. Nah, I don't want people to go back and be able to read
You
this.
can always look at it.
That's a neck tug right there.
This bark has done nothing for me.
Except to
See,
choke
Guru,
you.
being organized does help.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking horse.
Wait,
I
what?
just legit, there's a horse in the background music, but I legit just imagine Cheshire saying that every time someone goes past in a cart. Fucking horse.
Guru, what does that mean?
What does that mean? That's never a good thing.
Right.
1 second here.
Can I try to clean off like one of the? Oh, grab one of the Ganassi's. Can I try to like dust it off? Or, like clean it off?
Mhm.
Or see if it's like double page, like we're two page,
Yeah, you
one's
can,
clearer than the
You
other.
can hold it up to the light and whatnot, which I'll say with your investigation check. Like, as you are, choking on stuff, Dove, you see him just like take one of them, like slowly, like pulling up to his face, like he's doing that. I don't remember the gif. It's just like that, looking at it, and then the looking at it, and then just holds it up to the light. It's
Hey,
like,
Madeline?
hmm.
Whenever you made that sound, I just thought Home Improvement again, man.
Let's go with home improvement. Yeah. Yes, but it holds it up to the light and it's like turning it side to side. And I'm actually going, because you said you were trying to look and see if it was a double image. 1 second here.
Fuck, he's DMing me again.
Yep.
Cheshire, is this supposed to be the inquisitive one?
Cheshire's just like, I don't care. See something off. Wait a minute. Gets a dirty 20.
Because
Oh.
now he has a base like hypothesis.
Which one did you pick up? Which of the Genasi?
Murder.
Murder?
Murder.
So let's see, that was what? Murder by drowning. Okay. So the water Genasi.
Fucking horse again.
Fucking horse.
Also, I was gonna ask, do any of these Genasi look familiar to Cheshire?
Decent question.
Yes. The
Fuck.
fire Genasi, who is on the board for arson. You do recognize that face. The features are a little bit off. Nose is a little more crooked, but that and they have a piercing in it. But yeah, you know that person, especially since their name's on the board.
How do I know exactly? Well, I know how I know him. I can assume, but
Yes.
any significant things they ever did to fuck with.
To fuck with, they're known for. I mean, they're known for telling the tale that whatever happened to them was complete accident, because they said that they accidentally threw a cigarette into an area that just so happened to catch fire. It was an accident. Yeah, it was an accident all 7 times that happened. No one believes him.
Tap Dove on the shoulder and just hold it up for the light for her, like what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. While I'm choking and going, what? Huh? And I'll look up at what he's looking at.
As he holds it to the light, you see him like hold it one way, he turns it, and he turns it back, and as you do, it's like, you know those holographic foils where like you look at it and then when you turn it, it turns into a different image?
Mhm.
Oh.
You see 2 different images, and this is like drawn on to this with pencil, which means that this should not be doing this, but you're seeing it happen.
That's strange, and I'm gonna try and lean up to get a close.
Okay. With the one that he's looking at the water genasi. When he turns it one way, it's a more humanoid face, a little, kind of the wet hair of genasi, kind of that slicked hair, kind of meant to look gruff. And then he turns it, and it's a rotund kind of fish face, got like a fin running up their head. Other entity doesn't look super humanoid, but it does not look like the other person.
Out of character, just to know what it looks like. Does it look Dejan?
It looks similar to such a creature.
Just to know.
Okay, I'm gonna take another one of the Genasi ones, do the same thing.
Okay, you hold it up. Just any of them?
Any of them.
Dom, can I ask a question?
Hmm?
Since we were heading back to the marketplace, would Lawson and I notice them doing this?
I'm trying to do this on the download, just so no Guru.
Yeah, I know.
I know, but I had to ask.
As much as I can be,
As much as you
because
can
we're
be, yeah.
kind of doing something that I think's not allowed.
I mean, to be fair, you're also like trying to get they're not saying that you can't look at the images, and like holding it up to the light to try and get a better idea of it isn't going to be looked down upon.
Guru.
Yes.
Did I manage to actually fully rearrange all?
You within the time everyone else has been doing other stuff. Yes, I'll say you're able to put Genasi to the left, everyone else to the right.
And only one of the faces I've recognized.
Yes, only one of the faces, which is the fire Genasi, which Dove. Looking them over, most of them have this effect. The fire Genasi, the one that you recognize, does not have this effect. This is the only one of them that you're looking at currently that does not have that effect.
That's very weird. I'm gonna do it to a non-Genasi.
As you look confused, he goes, "That's because he's the one that did." I'm feeling that all of these ones with the hollow or whatever effect on them didn't actually do the crime. They're just getting blamed for it. The reason he doesn't have one of those effects is because he actually did it.
I think you're right. Good thinking.
Well, I
Very
know the guy is a
strange.
real piece of shit.
I can imagine. I'm gonna do it to the other ones that aren't Genasi. I'm assuming they don't have the same effect.
Real quick, I just want to make sure I'm writing this down correctly.
Mhm.
So the fire Genasi poster doesn't have that water effect?
Correct.
I mean,
it
doesn't
is
have that holographic effect?
Correct. It does not have the holographic effect. It is just the fire Genasi. There's another fire Genasi on the board, but that one does have that effect. There's the one that Cheshire recognizes. That one does not have that effect.
Okay, so I didn't realize there was more than one fire Genasi on
There it is.
here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but the one that Cheshire recognizes, that one does not have the effect.
Okay. Okay.
I'm still just curious if we see this.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All right. And as you are looking,
Is I looked up. We get out of this place as soon as possible, and we don't take any jobs because I feel like they're not necessarily the most forthright. I suggest we get out of this whole fucking city, to be exact. Actually, I don't trust.
sadly, I still have business to do here, so we can't leave so soon.
How about this? Let me help you with your business, and we can get done with it quicker. Because you just walking away from the party, doing your own shit, it'll get done eventually. But I'd rather make it a little fast. I know you don't want people knowing your business and shit, but fuck, man, I'm just trying to get out of this.
I understand.
around this time, Kaleido and everyone else will be coming out of their places and see you guys just kind of chatting by the board.
I've pinned them back up by now.
Also,
Is
stop a
any
random.
holographic effect on the?
not on the dwarves. There is one on the drow, but that one, it looks just like the person didn't know how to draw them, and so there's like two different elvish faces.
Okay.
Guru. I'm gonna. Uh, some random guy, the guild worker, walks by me like, "Can I have 2 gold for rearranging and doing this all?"
Mm,
Wow, that actually looks really. Hold on. I'll give you a gold. Pulls out a gold
You?
and tosses it to you.
That brings me to exactly 50. I'm fine.
So as you guys see them, you see Cheshire tossed a gold from some guy, and they're just chatting by the board at the moment.
I'll just keep walking if it looks normal then.
It looks normal.
I want to see how much this
I'll
fucking
give
dog is
my-
before the end of the session.
I'll give
Yeah.
a like kind of like a herd whistle, like calling the herd whistle.
You hear sort of, and you just hear down doggish. As you see this guy basically on a in a little cart pulled by 4 dogs that are basically like like dog sledding. Imagine that,
Yeah.
but with 4 balls instead of wheels, and a little sled is this old dwarf is just bouncing along, just like down doggish down as they just run right past you.
Yeah, but that just hopefully they got their attention.
Wait,
you would have
Are you
heard.
trying to get our attention?
Yes.
Yeah, I did like those like 2 fingers in mouth, loud ass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least I'm going to stop to look back at you then. Oh, she'll walk up to... Yeah? Do you need some?
Dove, explain it.
So, this board. If you get a good look at these wanted posters in the light, and she'll take a Genasi one and turn it, there's a completely different image on the other side.
It's still on the same
Very
side.
odd.
It's just when you turn it in
Yeah,
differently in the
I
light.
mean, yeah, that's what I meant.
Mhm.
It's very odd, and it's almost all of the Genasi and this drap.
I'm going to pull out the picture that I have and see if it does it.
It does not.
I absolutely believe it's some sort of racism,
Profiling? Yeah, that happens all the time.
sadly. And wait, what? You had one?
I turn to Ellie and I say,
Can I see that poster that you acquired of the halfling woman?
Can
She'll
I
hand it
also
to her.
see that?
I'll try the thing that they just showed us.
She
It
just
doesn't
tried
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still one image.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I'd really rather not hunt the bounty of someone by
You
accident.
didn't do it?
Yeah.
That's exactly why Ellie was checking.
May I
Oh.
see that?
If it's to see if it does the same thing that you just described, it doesn't.
It's a different reason.
I'll
Oh.
hand it over.
Okay, I look at it. Does this woman look familiar?
Roll a history check.
I will ask the same guru.
Yeah, you're peeking over her shoulder. I'll let you.
History?
History.
We should go check out that thing real quick while they figure it out.
Wait, no, real
this
dice.
point,
Dang
Kaleido-
it. I was
Kaleido's
about
back
to
with the
click
rest
it
of the
over.
party.
No.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
ashamed of myself.
You're fine.
I'm shamed myself.
No, you
Just be curious.
you don't notice them. You don't recognize them.
It would have
Dove.
been a 5.
Something about this woman. It's an art piece, which is probably what's throwing you off, but you swear you've seen someone who looks somewhat like this before? Can't put your finger on it.
Kaleido walks in
How
like,
about,
"Hey guys, what did I
Yeah, I
miss?"
say, how about her? Guru, how about her? The changeling.
Kaleido,
Does
would
it
you like
look
to roll
so-
a history check when you see this halfling woman?
Should I?
Yeah, I
Oh, I was talking about her normal form we saw her in at first, the tiefling form, if it looked similar.
No. It is a halfling.
Okay, I'm making
she
sure.
did roll history and got a 20.
A natural or natural?
17 plus 3.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
I refuse to call it Dirty 20.
I
Dirt
like calling
20.
that.
You look at that, and
Mhm.
it's the way that the eyes are so unbalanced between not caring and having a bit of a. Actually, no. Those eyes should look crazier. Yeah, you've heard about this woman. She's bad news. Like, really bad news. You don't, know. Yeah. You don't know her name, but you've heard rumors of her. She tends to only attack humanoids, which is an odd trait, because most people who go, hunting don't tend to hunt, people. But then again, most of her targets have been like specific members of a guild, and they've ranged from human to dwarf. You heard once about some other smaller race. It was some kind of marsupial rat. You can't remember. But she's gotta be that girl. It's gotta be. Unless it's someone else. No, it's gotta be that girl.
Oh, I know who this lady is. I've heard about her before.
You have.
You have?
Gosh, she's like totally crazy. She's like, she only attacks like humanoids, like human people who look two-legged,
Does she?
And she like attacks like guild members and shit.
Ellie snatches the paperback.
Down
Well,
dog.
then that means we should
Down
look at
dog.
her.
He pat on Ellie.
Down girl.
Okay, one other question I have, Dawn. She doesn't look like anyone I would know personally, right?
You mean like from your group, your division, from your city? No.
Yeah.
You may have seen her in passing elsewhere, but she is not one of yours.
After being described, I haven't seen her, right?
You've of the halfling in the image?
Making sure, yeah.
Yeah, no, like when you look at it, like you're just like, I don't know any halflings, man.
Right.
Just imagine now in the background, like the Cheshire has like the fucking wanted poster scrolled up, and it's just hitting Ellie in the face.
Question, any
Actually-
writing on the picture?
Any writing on the picture? The like in terms of like what she's done and stuff like that. Again, no name. The eyewitnesses were said to be, have only seen a glimpse of her, which is how they knew it was a her. She is wanted for assassination, is the way that it's referred to as, because she has been killing prominent members of different stone guilds. Stone
And you
carvers
said-
and crafters.
You sound like you were about to say something before I cut you off, so what were you going to
Which point?
You said actually, then I said that about that. So you were to correct yourself about something or say something.
I said actually because I was thinking it over, and then I remembered. Did you roll your real dice as well?
For what, history?
Yeah.
Oh, should I?
I'll let you, because I was about to say, because I was thinking about it, and technically speaking, with your background, you would have had advantage.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Not for knowing the person, but for knowing her description.
That's the critical roll symbol.
Oh.
You got a critical?
I
Natural
got
20?
a crit.
Alright, so...
These dice are blessed by Percival to roll Percival von Useless Kowalski to roll the third.
So just still sitting on me.
That's a natural 20. I gotta respect the natural 20.
Gotta respect.
Technically
Respect
at 21.
words too.
If you want to go by 21, you can go by 21.
I mean, I'm going to take it as a 21, but it is still a natural 20. 1 second here, and to be fair, you
More
also... yeah?
I was expecting another DM. I was opening Discord.
No? Because, unless you're
I
not
just
going
want
to
to get
tell
my
them.
one thing done before the end of the session.
You want to try and look for a puppy, don't you?
I just want to see how much they are, because I know it's out of my price range.
I think Karg's gonna shut that shit down immediately.
He can try!
About what?
Because even Cheshire would be like, we should. Because having another mouth to feed, especially a pet, is gonna suck. Man.
And she's expecting any of you to take care of it when?
Try to get a pet in my Game Boy. Watch this.
I technically already have one!
Yeah, and I had to kill it to make sure it wouldn't die.
I love that phrasing. I had to kill it to make sure it wouldn't die.
It's already dead, so it can't die again. Oh my goodness.
I've raised one pup dog, I'm about to do another.
So are you going to tell them the information?
Tell me and I'll say whether. It
Um,
depends.
Okay, we're going to go into one-on-one then.
Fuck.
Yeah. I'm going to let everyone
You're
else
right.
be able to hear this, but we're going to go into one-on-one.
Okay, Papito.
go.
Can we come in? do you
No,
mean?
this is one-on-one.
Wait, so then why'd you say I'm gonna let everyone else hear
think
this?
I asked if
on
he was
Twitch.
going to, so hold your horses. I'll be right back.
Okay.
One second.
Okay.
Doggone.
Hello.
There's no
All right.
one to deride me.
See.
So you gotta have friends.
Stop singing! Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Because it was a 20, I'm going to let you know that you remember hearing her description. Specifically her description, and the fact that her eyes had gone from being a more reasonable, more accepting person to a hardened woman to crazy. The person that you actually heard this from was a rock gnome. They went over it with a rock gnome and a fellow cellmate of a dwarf. The dwarf was the one who gave most of the information. The gnome just seemed to pipe in every now and then, just being like, I can't believe she did that. The dwarf,
I like the idea of Cheshire. Cheshire's the guy they talk to, but he would never say one word back.
I mean, to be fair, the dwarf was trying to get on your good side. You could feel him trying to get on your good side to either get you under his wing or, get you to, be buddy-buddy. These two were members of her adventuring party and were thrown into prison for association with her ex.
How much time?
How much time were they thrown in for?
Yep. For being just associated with her.
Because they're a rock gnome and a dwarf, 50 years.
Fuck. With a
Yeah.
capital PH. Fuck.
Yeah. And that's, again, just for being associated with her. But also because of the fact that the gnome supposedly assisted her in carrying out some of these acts and did not realize what was going on at the time. He says, so he claims. He says that he was unaware that they were killing guild members or that any of this was going on. He was just trying to make a living. The dwarf, on the other hand, just outright was just like, no, she was pretty much on the wrong track, and I tried to help cultivate it, make it smarter. But she went off the deep end. Murdered some mousefolk woman, and, well, when you leave a body like that, it can get found by the wrong people. And that's what you've heard. So I will let you decide whether or not Cheshire will tell that to the rest of the party.
Okay, let's go back.
Heading on over.
Oh, Kaleido spoke it to you
I'm
once.
back.
Very
Oh.
beginning.
Welcome back.
Kaleido spoke Elvish to you
Mhm.
once at the beginning.
Perhaps.
Ellie
So,
would hear the pretty words and ask you to teach her.
Oh boy.
so, guys,
Yeah.
Cheshire goes even more dead-faced than normal for a bit.
which is not normal.
Not good.
Mhm.
Oh no. Should we ask about this, or do you not want to like talk about it?
He like kind of snaps out of it, and he just goes, Ratfolk murdered brutally. Party members, Rock Gnome Dwarf. She went off the deep end, killed a Ratfolk.
Okay,
I
Cheshire?
grab his shoulder, like,
Easy, slow down, one at a time. Start from the beginning.
Block out a lot of memories. Sorry. Fuck. What I just.
You were spouting off different party members?
You said rat folk slaughtered rock gnome.
Dwarf?
Oh, yeah, that, bitch, that halfling, killed rat folk. Went off, was like going down the wrong path her whole life or something like that. Went off the deep end, killed some rat folk woman out in cold blood. This two people, dwarf and rock gnome, that were part of her adventuring party, got served 50 years for just being associated with her.
She's
My goodness.
bad news. She's very bad
feel
news.
like
Bad
she-
news.
No, I feel like it might not be her that's doing it. From what I can remember, they said they knew her, and that's not something she would just do. She wasn't the best people, but not
She
something
wasn't that rotten.
not that rotten.
Do
She
you
must have
want-
gotten broken by something.
Do you want to explore this further? Because I'm all too down to explore this further.
Closer to shit in my past, what I'm not interested in.
Like,
Like-
we have to look for Dove's boyfriend too.
He's not my boyfriend.
Welcome
Oh,
to my
stop.
hell out of character, by the way, Em.
Dub, stop fighting it.
Stop fighting it!
He's really not though.
Just accept it as
Both
a
of my
joke.
characters do this to you guys. I'm sorry.
We'll find a way to get you back for this, we swear it.
As soon as the argument starts, Ellie just walks back to the market with Elisha.
Sorry for spitting information out at you all. I kind of, whenever I remember something, I forget it quickly because I like to not remember everything that I remember. So I usually shut that shit down immediately. But
If I
want
can
to
offer insight,
Yeah.
you just had is similar to. This is a big word, and I'm really shocked I know it. You just had a post-traumatic stress or a PTSD moment. It happens with the warriors that have been through something bad.
All right.
Is it that bad for you to cause such a reaction?
He shrugs.
She walks up a bit closer to him. I know you don't open up normally, and this may mean nothing, but you are amongst friends if you do ever need someone to just, I don't even know, talk to, hit, drink, whatever.
I haven't put on my mask today yet, have I?
No,
Oh,
but
yeah.
again, just
And also for you
just
guys,
wanted to comfort.
when he says that, you actually notice that his hand is out of his jacket, and his hand is like gripping his mask tightly.
Just kind of
Like he
puts her
pulled it out
hand
as though
over
he
it.
was about to shove it on his face, but he's not.
As soon as you guys kind of snapped him out of that, hand was on his blade too.
Mhm.
Not drawing it, but like
on it.
think like a cop about to draw a gun.
Mhm.
Kinda.
You're amongst friends. She just has her hand over his, not gripping it, just kind of like on top of it.
Close to touching
you're-
that thing, he's moving his hand away. By the way, just so you know.
They're friends, so we can hold hands if you want.
He'll put his mask back in his. He won't let go of it. He'll put his mask back in his pocket, and he'll stop grabbing the. I imagine he doesn't even realize he's holding the handle of the blade.
Right. It's just reflex.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Guru, do you spell Borim Borim?
Yes.
Okay, just making
So
sure.
yeah, let's go back to shopping, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Which As you say that, you see that the guy on the wheeled cart just like riding past again, and he's just like, "Wee!"
Fucking horse.
Ellie's gonna chase it.
Which, as you're chasing him, he's like, "Ho there, ho!" And the dog's like slow down. He like turns around. Can I help you, Missy?
Puppy?
You can scratch the dogs. They're mine though. If you're looking for puppers, I don't think we have any puppies just yet. But there's some people there who might be able to have some in about a month or two. I didn't mean to scare you, little one. I'm sorry. I mean, I know
Not
you're a lot
scared.
taller than me. You're not scared. Okay, good. They're really nice. I promise. One of the
She's
dogs,
visibly upset as she hugs this damn dog.
yeah, 4 dogs just run up and just kind of like start licking your face. Yeah,
She's so upset, but it's relaxing.
Yeah, they haven't had their pups yet, so we can't exactly sell puppies we don't have. If you catch my drift.
She looks at Car and she's pouting very badly.
We're not staying here for a month. It would be cute.
I know, we can't.
I know, but we can't stay here for a month.
Part of my... Hang on, I just have to fucking see something. Okay. I'm like, if she gets a 10 or lower, she just collapses on her side.
Just goes fetal and acts like a big child. Yeah, no,
Wow.
she knows how to be an adult.
She'll stand up.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. If you need any assistance, we got ourselves a good place here. Yeah, don't worry about us. We're gonna be. The dogs suddenly just take off.
She walks up to Car and just puts her face in his chest.
He hugs you. You'll be all right.
There's no response.
I know. Just pets her hair. I know.
Like, go over.
What
to
time of
the-
day is it?
By now, it's probably a few hours to sundown. You guys haven't been that
Okay.
long here.
You don't mind if we get back to that tavern and maybe get some rest?
Okay. Lido reaches her hand out to Cheshire in case he wants to take it.
I'll be right along. I just have a few things I need to finish up here.
Can I come with you?
Yes, of
He
course.
doesn't fucking notice.
No!
All right. And I know we've got some more stuff that you want to look at. You want to look at the books and stuff. But I feel like this is a good place to end the session
It's
for
a
right
good
now.
place.
It's a very good
That's
place
fine.
with you guys. Get ready to head back to the bar. You looking for some informations, and this was an amazing session.
This was something, alright.
It was so good.
Madrino, you see what I posted in Roll20?
It's cruel.
You say that, but in order to do that, you have to keep giving her a little bit more of your actual personality. Eventually, she's going to stitch together a proper picture.
Best part is, I don't even think he knows what his personality is.
Kaleido tries
Then
to
we'll
hold
find
Dove's
out
hand
together.
instead.
Dove will hold her hand.
Hey.
So yeah, I get to show how fucking broken Cheshire is each session more and more, and I fucking love it.
It's great. I
We
love
got
learning
the
more about
happy
the
boys,
mystery.
we got the sad boys, we got the extremely neutral boys.
We got the dirty 20 on an investigation check that I was not expecting you to get, because the DC for that was 20. And I was like, yeah, I can imagine
20.
Dove having a chance. That Dove, this new stuff tastes disgusting. Freaking Cheshire, I was looking at it for a moment, like, does the, and just, oh, goodness.
Of course, the one thing fucking Cheshire's good at is identifying when things look bullshit. That's my favorite.
Excuse me, I would like to call you out on this bullshit. Yes, I would like to order one heaping order of pressing X to doubt.
I've never wanted a session to be twice a week more than this one, because fuck, I love this game.
Just have it today and tomorrow. Yes.
Oh, fuck.
That would just be,
Oh.
just so good. Yes. I'm
Guru.
Yes.
That art I posted of him Nostra in the chat. You could you use the thing for that for her token?
You can switch your token on your own sheet.
I can. Okay.
Yeah.
You just go into when you open up the sheet, there's an edit thing, and it'll have a thing for the image.
Why are
Also,
all of you
Don,
so
check
good at
the-
art?
Huh?
Why are all of you
Pain.
so good at art?
Pain
That was
in
a commission.
practice.
I think that was a commission.
It
Yeah.
was a commission.
No, I'm talking.
The rest of
Fucking
you.
Paris, you good at art. Guru, you good at art. Emmy, you good at art. Widrino, you're probably better at me than everything. Honestly,
I don't know about that, bud.
Practice.
I don't know about that, bud.
maybe saxophone playing. I might got you beat on that.
You absolutely got me sax playing.
Don, check roll 20 for me.
I see it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You're not wearing your
Yeah.
armor, so you're not like gonna weigh him down too much.
It's only 240 pounds.
With Cheshire, I'm kind of good at this thing of D&D, this part of D&D. Sure, let's roll with. Oh God, it's a snow.
I still love that you're like, man, I'm just throwing some of these stuff around. I'm just sitting here like, yeah, this is pottery stuff. You can do ceramics. And you're just like, wait, hold on, I have proficiency in that. What the heck?
No,
I'm
my favorite part of the session is you guys didn't even get to see my favorite part of the session.
Oh, the
What?
DM part?
No, it was yes DMing, not even the
Yeah.
1v1.
Oh yeah, the where you made me laugh thing.
Yeah.
Why
Just-
can we not even see this? I'm so sad.
Because he sent it to me in DMs, and it
I
was
know,
a reaction to
I'm so
something
sad.
else that had happened, and I was
At
just
some
nodding.
point, I just went fuck, oh fuck, cunt, fuck.
Essentially, yeah. Which I was
I-
all for.
I can't hear this background anymore without just hearing Cheshire go fucking horse.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Fucking
Every
horse,
time-
or fucking horse. That's the.
Horse, like the animal.
I know it was joke.
Does Cheshire even fuck?
You don't know.
Huh? Does Cheshire even what? Oh.
Fuck.
Shall I even fuck? Hello? Excuse me?
Almost
Everyone
none of
should
Vice's
shit now.
characters have any interest in sex, whether it be from ignorance or just literal disinterest.
Actually, girl, I
Okay,
just
the
thought about
ones that
this.
I've seen, how about that?
What? Other than like, I made Jedius, which is like the pinnacle of the triangle.
That's why I said the ones that I've seen.
Yeah. But like, dude,
Mhm.
am I playing one character in any of your games that wants any of the suck?
Technically speaking, not really. Like you have Batalon, the good boy. You have the Cheshire, the I don't care, and you have Shuffle, the I have a gun.
Shuffle, the what is a vagina?
Do I have one
Okay.
of those?
There's oh no, not cloaca. The best part is all that took me to was like a fucking it's a Mass Effect comic, and it's Shepard and Garrus up in the mountains, and she makes a comment because it's freezing. She's like, Jesus Christ, it's so fucking cold up here. My nipples could cut glass. And Garrus's head like snaps to her, and it's like nipples. Yeah, what are nipples? And she looks at him and she goes, "You don't know." Oh geez, hang on. And she starts to like take off her armor, and Ashley's like, "This is not a good time," and stops her.
Oh my gosh.
So
See,
all
now,
she-
you've gotten me contemplating. Has Cheshire actually lost his V card? I'm not contemplating like what the hell? What would he
roll
have?
a D100.
No, I'm aware. I'll let you know.
Because
Oh,
there's
boy.
a brief time where maybe like
I'll let you know. Don't worry. I've thought of things like this. I knew you guys would ask this question. I'll let you know. No worries.
Cheshire legally allowed to fuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
he's
I
fucking
mean, yeah.
older than. How old is your character?
I have no idea. How old is Kaleido? Somebody please tell me. Um,
He's 30.
I don't
Did
have an
you
age
write
for
this
Kaleido.
down?
Oh.
I
Oh,
thought
no,
she was
Kaleido does not
younger than that.
actually have an age right now.
That's why I was spitballing.
I've forgotten how old Ellie was. I think I made her like 45.
All I know is that I'm the eldest person in this party.
Yeah, because you're a fucking elf.
Kaleido's like
Mm.
probably or 19.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm older.
jeez.
I'm older than Kaleido then.
How
old is
old
Cheshire?
Wink.
Wow, that's
Okay,
really old.
so how many times are me and Oz gonna like sync up in our fucking statements? Because that's twice now.
Wait, I didn't hear what he said.
He said wink. What is it? He's not gonna tell you.
I'm not
Wait, all right.
You guys know shit about him because everything that's about him is gonna fuck me over in the. So
I just let Dawn completely take over the reins with Ellie, so everything I learn, yeah, I'm just as in the dark as you fuckers.
Which
need
is
to
half
like
the
make
fun.
more lore. I mean, I need to make more lore about where Kaleido comes from.
I need to make
Yeah.
lore on her fucking family.
what city is Cheshire from? I know the continent, but I don't know the
Did you
city.
say Hellison?
Yeah.
Dawn
Hellison's
said
the
last
country.
episode.
Country, not continent.
Oh,
I know
oh.
the country. I don't know the city.
Yeah, and I will again.
I thought
I'll review
Hellison
all that
was
with
the
you.
city.
No, that's the country. All right.
How's the motherfucker gonna send me to Hellison claiming there's a fight club there? That's such a fucking wide range!
Who?
The fucking dwarf!
Wait.
The one from the caravan?
It
Yes!
might
He
be a
said he-
small
yeah, he-
country.
It's not a small country, but he said he knew of a place in Hellison, which is the continent. Country.
Country!
Words are hard, okay?
Whoops.
Guru, can you send me the city
I
location?
will send you all of these details and more next time I'm able to get the chance to. But for everyone else who is currently watching us, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for putting up with our silliness and our shenanigans because we enjoy this. Honestly, I do wish that we could do like a game 2 times a week, but sadly we are still working on getting the ability to be able to do this more often so we can have more fun with you guys because this is just an amazing honor to just be able to record this and get it out to you guys, as well as to stream it on Twitch, which we record starting usually around 4:30 Eastern Standard Time on both Wednesday and Thursday, which has 2 different sessions on both days. So Wednesday has 2 of Temptations of I'd say and Buttered Up D&D,
Me.
which is
Mwah.
preempted by Butters, yes.
Me.
And today,
Mwah.
which is Sorcery and Secrets and Elements in Shadow, which you are currently watching, Elements in Shadow, of course. And
Oh,
yeah,
I
we've
love
got
it.
lots of D&D content. We have fun here. We have a good time. If you like this, please leave us a like, leave us a comment, follow us on Twitch. Twitch is at What Team Comp, which is also my Twitter, where I tweet out when we record. If you like this, please subscribe. We want to continue to provide you with more of this good, usually somewhat wholesome content to continue just having a good time with you guys. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye!
George Bush said 9/11.
Oh my god!